Yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Good morning, good afternoon. How we doing? We're jumping straight into it because apparently the games have already started.
So weird, the timing from Lunex. They had the one previously. Tuna Rush was already available.
I messed up.
Well. They played way too patient. Halo was in the correct position. They were
hold on.
The position to Katsuna and just go for the win while Sunjin's still respawning. They let Sunjin respawn.
Hold on. Yo, hold on. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm in shambles.
It's now 30 seconds left to go. They're risk getting full health.
I'm in shambles. Give me a second here.
Wow, amazing there from CJ. Really good read, actually, that the ball was coming in.
I'm in shambles.
Extremely low.
Give me a sec.
Protocol, a lot of damage on Kellen, but just kind of...
At that, there we go. We're here. We're here now.
For X10 to fight through. Whips out the pistol.
There we go.
Got the rifle, but X10 a little bit
and then let me replay that.
Killing Chronic, and this is a good start. Lunex just needs to be able to sing this
you got
payload.
scammed.
Kellen's going to come back in just a moment, but without
Yo.
much healing, only Lucamino's pylon really to do anything. It's not going to be a long day here for Kellen. In fact, pushed out, and that will be the cat. 2.5 minutes in the timeout.
Okay.
Credit to X10. A brilliant set of kills to push Lunex forward. Cap now finally confirmed. And with barely a moment to spare as well, onto the overtime potentially, which means it's going to be a bit of a struggle to finish the map. You need a really good snowball now through B. You have mines ready to play through, but hard to really get too much value at the moment. Do need to clear the shuttle though. That might be a good use case for the mines.
Yeah, I mean, mines have been laid down. In, like, directly inside the ship. Yeah, I mean, sure thing. Sure thing.
Like I said,
but not really getting too much, sadly.
Well, it clears the shuttle, which I think is still important because you need that position on the map. Sadly, after the mines got played, Dallas Field just sort of rotate out and take the fight. Sonjin going full sicko mode there.
Okay. So, thank you, Andrew, for the 17 months. I gotta start with that. Second of all, welcome to OWCS COSTREAM Week 2, Day 2. I am late. We looked yesterday, did we not? And it said games start at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It said that, didn't it? It said that, right?
And straight to the back line.
So we're late, obviously. Dallas Field versus Lunex is 1-1. I thought it would be a switch 3-0 for Dallas Field yesterday. That's what we were talking about.
Kellen got a little low there. That was a pretty aggressive use of the primal otherwise, so I'm not too sure if I fully agree on that.
Yeah, I think the nade hit from X10, and that's why he popped
it had to be, because this is 5:30, so this had to have been 4. So maybe these games just finished up earlier and they just went straight into NA games instead.
They don't have, they just, at this point, if they don't,
that's all I can think of.
Well, there's the Heroic Protocol right now, straight from the high ground. Lucamino taken out by Zomba. Good tag team effort there from X10. And the Tracer.
Okay.
A lot of damage being sent Chronic's way as well.
We need Dallas Field to win this.
Set up X10 for success, and then end up.
And preferably it should have been a 3-0.
Go as the retreat comes in for Dallas Field.
But I do like Lunex and I like their comp, so it's hard to cheer against them. I don't want to cheer. I'm not cheering against them, but like, you know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down.
They've got to be able to touch this point. They're going to get there eventually. Mines deployed. Now, who actually touches? Back of the point looks pretty safe to me, but they're just dancing around this right now. Lucamino goes exceptionally low. Dodges out of the way of the pulse bomb, though, but CJ's already
oh my god, the dodge and weave.
But a good little kill on Zomba might just about do it. There's going to be an ult from Nen Wise. Chases down Chronic, but taken down by their silver bullets.
By the way, says Andrew.
With
those 17 months, thank you, homie. Thank you.
Takes out the little pylon turret as well. Only place for Z to go there was on the point 2. Cardi fans swinging around, but
we're live on both the Extinction broadcast and my own stream. Hyper the Worst. You can get your exclusive Overwatch Championship Series drops on both streams.
On minimal HP, and then finds like a 180 flick onto Zomba to stay alive, then heal the rest of the team, and then find 2 more picks in that very critical fight. And a fight where you noted was mines available for Cardi fan. Base was at 0.9 meters, so under 1 meter to get the actual cap, and you still have the capability for Luke Meta to get there in time. He was the one that was actually touching payload, if memory serves correct here.
All right.
So what was potentially looking like a pretty rough fight, because the fight before, X10 and Cardi playing off each other. It was Override Protocol pushing everyone to the side room. Cardi fan meets them all in there, corrals them with pile drivers, and then X10 arrives for the cleanup. But dude, if Luke Mito doesn't have that hero play, I'm not too sure that Dallas will beat.
Yeah, see if this is going to be a classic watch point Gibraltar for Lunax.
All right, I think we're ready. I think we're set. We're good to go, albeit late.
Do it any quicker. I'm scared though. On this offense for the Dallas Fuel, Chronic has his choice of DPS. Like you can just go straight back and swap. I really like the Widowmaker on this map. Like it's still so scary for X10, although decent range on the M-Ray. It's still so scary to pop your head out. You're gonna get smacked.
Put the fear into the opponents, though. I do think you need to be a little bit more threatening in terms of the actual kills. It's what we saw at Tree. I think Chronic had a little bit of that at the start versus Liquid yesterday, but just kind of slowed down. I didn't see much out of Chronic's defensive Widow having that same throw. You could see just on the damage of the percentage for the old game that it wasn't enough. So I think Chronic maybe not feeling it. So the cast a little bit more stable, particularly versus Ball. You want to have some shutdown.
There's nade damage there from X10. Hit like 3 people. See how much free space they actually give them here. Of course, Ball not being able to kind of hunker down on the point and perma-stop it is kind of annoying. This is also kind of annoying. Unlucky. A little pause. I'm not sure what this is. Hopefully it's just a quick tech issue, and we'll be back in just a moment. But yeah, sorry about that. Back.
It happens.
Back on your screens in a sec, as we just see a very small push from Dallas Fuel, but enough to drive over that.
Apology accepted, Jack. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Same lineup of just.
There's some little things I'm going to take care of here during this pause. But just so you know, chat, the plan for today is OWCS, and then if we have time after, it was some gaming, but we'll see if we have time or not.
Defensive Ball is always an interesting one. And I do think it's interesting, though, like you have an Ana ban, which, by the way, is also good for the Ball. That's just great to be able to play Ball knowing you don't have an Ana on the other side. But beyond that, this would have been a good setup at the start of the map for Cardi to think, like, maybe I can just play the Doom here, but the team's saying, you know what, no Doom. We can play the Ball.
So no Doom.
The Ball has actually been pretty good out of Cardi. I've been impressed so far.
Dude, there's a game on Tuesday.
This one, let's see what the Ball defense.
Oh, we're back.
Say normally you're as proficient as the Winston, because Winston can like juggle point very easy because of the bubble. So yeah, we'll see. Good setups though from Cardi fan again, just kind of making sure X10 can get a couple of shots off. Not quite as good as like the Soj with a full railgun, but decent.
What do you think about Ashe here? I don't know how good Ashe is in the current meta. Maybe not, but because you have a lot of team play between Ball and Ashe, the pop up in the power drive into some easy headshots. Bob is a great ultimate on this map as well. Maybe too slow, but Coach Gun will get you high ground, low ground. Maybe a consideration that X10 just respawning after the first hit.
Good counter spam actually surrounds Kellen. Should be enough to get healed up, and Kellen just like zap him through the high ground on Boo Box, ends up killing Zomba anyway.
Okay.
And this is a very fast attack. Dallas Fuel. This is Lunax.
Wins Extinction game. It's the game right after this one.
Look at this time back coming in 5 minutes.
Right after this game is SSG versus Extinction.
It was a really, really fast Lukemina ult there as well. First ult of the game comes through. Captive Sun anyway, not too far behind, but obviously on more of a back foot considering Lunax now have to defend B with 5 minutes.
I'm loving the Cardi fan ball play, by the way. I'm loving it.
To be fair,
Lily fans rejoice.
I like you maybe C is probably better defending against 5, but oh dear. Oh, Kellen! My poor Winston player. Stuck and then forced into a room and he can't escape. His ball's just looking at you. So sad. Lukemino already using that outburst, but oh, good shot actually.
Okay.
It sends X10 really
Oh, he
bit.
finds one
Now
here. No way he doesn't.
Oh!
Lukemino's just him!
Once again, shutting down X10. I mean, bro's just a beast on this Alari. How's Nate's gonna rip rush as well. I don't know, man. Well, I mean,
he's ridiculous today.
Yeah, dude, Lukemino's always...
Does Chronic live that?
He's saying today, when Lukemino's been good for the last like season or so, High Noon's gonna get popped in, then why straight into the back line. As a nice little recall there is going to stop that explosion from going off from NY, but the problem is still Dallas Fuel with 4 minutes, and that payload inching in.
That is a 4 minute angle.
Going down, and their back
4 minutes left, by the way.
Is Nenwai
yeah, okay.
out of the fight. Kellen is on the menu today. He's
I'm so sad I missed the first 2 maps though, because I want to know how Lunax got that map.
Ends up having more time than they really needed there on second as they take the 3rd map.
Dallas Fuel getting so swifty there that Jack broke into song and danced at the end of the play-by-play. It was,
I was bouncing around.
I know, dude, it was a bop. What's bopping me right now is like, yeah, I know Luke's been good, but like this is the best I've seen out of Lukemino out of all of his game. This is like the career game for Luke Mino right now.
Look at that damage. Look at that damage.
Me when I out damage my support, my DPS is Zalari.
Yeah, basically again, right?
Dude,
So,
and the almost the entirety.
Insane shots. And honestly, Lunix did a reasonable job of like holding on, really pushing as far as they could on B, but that was a speed run coming from Dallas on their own attack. Very, very, very fast ult charge from Luke Mino on the Captain Sun to get them past A, and then just the rest of the ults coming online, and Kellen primaling away and pushing his way into the B and just completely.
X10 and Cardi fan really were kicking and screaming though.
You still had like a pretty good run with the Cardi ball, but these high
Damn, the flick was nice though. It wasn't a crit, but still.
I would love to see, I don't know if we have that, but the Luke Mino headshot outplaying X10 while X10 was ulting, because that was a crazy shot.
Yeah, no, that was
That
nuts.
was real nice. Honestly, it looked kind of. I like the X10 POV there, to be honest with you, because you're like, I'm pulling the ult, I'm ripping it, and I'm trying to kill this damn Alari, and they keep getting away. Like, yeah, it looked good. Luke Mino, yeah, on fire.
Shake
on fire
it,
right
bro.
now. The rest of Dallas
X10 and
team,
Cardi
too.
fans shaking
Map,
their
maybe map
fist.
number 2 was
Ah.
like didn't really feel like Dallas fuel. It didn't really feel like Dallas.
Ban the
map.
Iati
I'm not
next
sure.
map.
Iati coming in to play the wrecking ball, looked decent, but I mean, this is Dallas fuel, baby. This is feels like a 3-1.
By the way,
I can explain it like this.
if
I
you
think
want
push came down
a
to
T-shirt
couple
such as
factors.
this with the Extinction logo, I'll show it off a bit more. Extinctionesports.com, and you could use code EXN Hyper, all one word.
But secondarily, I
check
think that
out.
Fire ended up being a
Could.
trap for Dallas on the Runesapi. Fire didn't end up bringing that much to the table. Was being shut down quite a lot by X10 as well. You have a lot longer sight lines on Runesapi, so less cover for the Fire to play through, so more opportunity for X10 to shut down Sonjin. So end up being, compared to like what we saw on Oasis, right, the Fire was doing way more on that map because of the geometry, whereas just not doing as much on Runesapi. And then the initial snowball as well, pushing all the way to 94. Some brilliant ult management. The lapping of ultimates from Z on the Katsuna Rush helped a lot as well. So all of that plus a good defense means they get the map win on the Runesapi. Still, like, considering it was a map win, it was like the hardest fought map win maybe of all time. Gibraltar, yeah, I mean, this is that was rough for sure. But I think anytime where you have to bring in a sub,
who picked
your starting
Jib?
play is always going to be probably most of the time a negative.
I guess we'll find out in a second,
Still,
but I forgot who picked it.
The secondary here and the ball being
It
Yeah, you'll love to see that. Atlas
would have been
on
Lunex's
the
pick, no?
You reckon Ball? Oh,
No.
Ball ban, dude.
No, that was
I'm
Dallas's
thinking of a
pick.
Ryan ban, man. You see Kellen yesterday on the Ryan on this map? Come on.
only if you're starting Zarya and you're considering that Kellen might.
guess.
I think what you'll do.
I think
this is
Atlas
what
is a good
happens.
choice.
You think Kellen's gonna start Ryan.
No, Kellen's not starting Ryan. The only reason Kellen started Ryan yesterday is because the bans worked out perfectly with Liquid banning out Ram, and then they banned out Curie so they could play a Ryan Brawl comp. It's the only the only reason it worked. So Dallas bans the Czar, Lunex bans the BAP.
That's really smart from Dallas, actually, just preventing that. So now you're gonna basically guarantee that.
And the BAP ban prevents the Ryan from even coming out, but it also prevents the Ram from coming out.
Yeah, I mean, Arisa.
Or a hard brawl Ram at least. You can still play the Kiri Lucio Ram, no problem. I don't know if I really like the BAP
I
ban.
don't think Kellen's playing. Kellen's not playing Ryan while Zari ban, so.
I'm just saying, man. I'm hoping and praying to see more Reinhardt. Give a guy a chance.
No Reinhardt will be played.
Baptiste ban for Lunix 2. I mean, okay, so when you're thinking about that, what do you think about DPS then for Lunix and Dallas Fuel?
I get a feeling X10 just wants to play Emre every map. Got a bit of a PG vibe there. But if you can perform on that hero, I think that's brilliant. I mean, the overrides that we saw at X10 have been pretty fire so far. Soj or Cass, I think, is probably on average better on the first point, but teams also think about scaling onto secondary and third points as well, where you have to think about the perks. So you might just want to, even if Emre's slightly worse on the first point, you start on that anyway. I mean, the BAP's pretty interesting. I don't know how likely Dallas are going to play BAP on this map. This, to me, is a very rotation-heavy map. Like, Lucio Kiriko is so standard here, but I don't think the BAP really does a lot. But the Zarya ban is huge. It's going to probably dissuade Zomba from even thinking about the Vendetta. You could, if you're, like, just insane on the Vendetta, play it anyway. But I think Zomba's going to go Trace again.
Okay.
Do you like the Vendetta on this map? just how close quarters it is, and you're playing around the corners a lot of time too.
I am curious as to what comp Dallas will bring out here.
Especially with
Probably just D.Va, no.
I think you're pretty chill. We'll see what they end up bringing out. And
Could be the
I'm
Ram,
kind of curious to what Kellen wants to play.
but I think it would be the
makes
D.Va.
sense, sure. I mean, Zeb, yeah, kind of expected to run Orisa. Not sure Nemwhite is going to run Zen, but one.
Surely you don't play Brig
Kiri.
Kiri.
Not the worst option here, but I do think you need something with speed. I think
Yeah,
it's
just
strange to
play
play Flashpoint
Lucio.
without either Juno or
Well,
Lucio,
well,
because
wait a minute.
Fiddles do
Hold
something.
on.
There's honestly this Bastion Symmetra. I don't know if this
Oh.
is real yet. We could still be getting baited, but like it could be a pocket strat.
Man.
This is likely going to be a Zomba TP out of spawn straight into a Tracer swap. It is Sonjin, the same thing. I'm guessing. Yep.
Yeah, so it's literally just the Kellen Zeb difference here.
The Kellen Zeb difference.
Just looking for, like you said, heavy rotations on this map. Really set
But,
up
okay,
well,
I mean,
so
I'm gonna be honest. I just like the D.Va better here, because once the cooldowns are forced out by Zeb, it's just an easy engage from Dallas onto Lunex.
They're just taking infinite damage.
The problem is just gonna be forcing those cooldowns in a timely manner, because the horse can stay on point for longer than the D.Va and control the point better than a D.Va can. But look at what's happening. The horse goes point, the rest of Dallas field engages on your backline.
Just being able to chase down plays like this,
Kill.
can't do on the Orisa.
Yeah, really good kill on to NY. Lunex have gained the point at least. I mean, they're accruing a little bit of percent, but the inevitability.
Not the best looks.
Rather soon here.
So just abusing the fact that Zeb on the Orisa can't cover all angles. You don't have Matrix, you can't just wave it like a Magic Wand, deleting all range damage off the map. So the flood of pressure coming from all sides on Dallas field, controlling all the angles, throwing Sonjin from the flank as well. Zeb can't deal with all of that, and Lunex's team kind of just falls around him. X10 though, really good damage despite losing that fight.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty happy about that. Sonjin's close to a post.
I mean, I'm assuming they're only Orisa because the Zarya is banned.
They're gonna
But
expect this.
why continue to force the Orisa?
But still X10. I mean,
I feel like it's just insuperior. It's a superior,
especially on something like a Sojourn.
an insuperior.
I think X10's very been,
It's not as good.
was okay. It was a bit lacking to begin with, but it really kind of peaked towards the end of the frame meta.
It's going to be a Kitsune swap from both sides, but the thing that's lacking now is Nimwai is a fair bit behind Lucamino, so
Oh my god, Exton was so aggressive. Jesus.
Well, yeah, you just,
It works out in their favor too. I mean, they traded it, and now they're up one.
Z ends up rushing the rush really early here, so Dallas Fuel have a good
Rush
opportunity
fights
to
will
back up,
favor that of
hopefully for
Lunex,
free.
though.
Not free anymore. Chronic dies, but
Rush
they
fights
just go
will
in
favor
again.
Lunex.
There's a lot of time still left.
kill from Nimwai.
I'm surprised Dallas didn't. I mean, I wonder if they know that, and that's why they didn't match it.
Okay, Nimwai knows that they don't really have the beat at the moment. Lucamino might have the beat, so just focus the pressure on the opposing Lucio to stop that.
The pulse comes out early, doesn't find anything.
Caught up on ultimates, just needs still 14% for Nimwai, and you're good.
I'm taking a lot here.
Oh my god.
And there's the sound barrier. And it's a good beat as well.
Oh.
What a snipe from Chronic. Oh, give him another. Oh,
He wants it.
Escaping.
He's
Not
hungry.
for long, though. Chronic follows that one up. Good shot onto X10.
Like, my heart wants Lunex to win, but my brain knows that I need Dallas to win for the sake of Extinction.
Unlikely to be successful. Yeah, immediately checked. Oh.
I mean, you get the touch,
We'll
but
see if the rest of the team can catch up, right? Because it's not just about Zomba going from underneath.
okay, they get the retouch. Zomba can't.
They got it.
Zomba's
Pretty
probably
low,
dead here
really
now.
low. Nice little Suzu. Kellen tried to go for the assassination there on the Tracer.
Okay, Exton finds one.
Fighting inside with this.
Exton finds two.
as well for
Exton finds
X10.
three.
Three for X10. Ripping the OC, and that's a big
Go off,
flip.
son.
Dallas Fuel have no firepower
Exton
now,
gets
and they're not going to
four.
be able to take on this fight. 4 kills for X10.
Yeah, that's brilliant from
Like I
Zomba.
said, Exton and Cardi fan kicking and screaming, man.
Dallas Fuel look to be in a commanding position. Chronic spots Zomba super early as well, but Zomba gets the touch, the secondary touch, allowing the team to
I've been purposely staying away from Overwatch for a couple days because I've been like I was starting to get very frustrated with ranked. But like over the past 2 days, I've been wanting to play Overwatch more and more.
Still signs of life
Oh,
here
Zomba's
for
dead
Lunex.
early.
Less so for Zomba. Flatline there as Sonjin takes him out in the 1v1.
I think that's the playthrough here as point unlocks. Sonjin should be coming back on as well. 5
This rotation use so many cooldowns from Lunex
No contest for point.
that they just kind of, yeah, look at how aggressive Dallas is looking to go. They don't commit to it. I don't think they really could, though. Kellen was kind of alone.
So, a little fearful, I think.
Well, Z is massively ahead of CJ. So if Lunex have the right read here, they know that this should be go time. As soon as Z has a Kitsune, rip that one through, just go straight for it.
Wow, again, Someone getting chased out. I think, especially on this point, the DPS are kind of dipping. Sonjin running rings around the Zomba.
Zomba.
Did end up killing X10
Z is dead, though.
into the fight, but
That is not a worthwhile trade.
Yeah,
and your Orisa is in the stratosphere.
Push through on their Kitsune timing and maybe get this fight and get the flip, but we're looking at Dallas already into final fight for the secondary point now as we round the corner of 70 into 80%. And CJ will be catching up very soon, so Lunex have still barely a moment of advantage from Z's POV, and also NY, who's actually caught up and overtaken Luke Mino, but despite being, if you remember, way back about 30% behind, Luke Mino now ahead.
He's going to start off the fight with a rush. Wow, Lucamino just eviscerated in lower. This is a done fight already, it feels like, unless there's some heroics. But no, Dallasville, very good temperament, by the way, Avril. Just losing one, backing up, happy to trade rush for the point just for now.
Yeah, CJ didn't have the Kitsune rush either, so there's just nothing for Dallas to play through. Luke also got spared. He got javelin straight away and went down. No defense there to prevent that from happening.
Okay, now the early engage.
First, though.
Or the early overclock, rather.
Yeah, first with the ult. There's the sound
okay, the beats are matched.
Well,
CJ just ults after this, though. Okay, but Chronic's dead. That could be that could put a dent in things.
Lucamino, it connects to the ground, but
oh, the follow-up's there.
It's a beat-for-beat fight in Dallas. Fuel.
I was talking big game about how much I don't like the Orisa, but like,
they're just not in position to fight this one.
it's just I don't know. I want to ask Lily about it. I want her thoughts on it.
With the soul support ult, it's going to be pretty massive.
Actually, I'm gonna do exactly that.
Zed could be a little bit scary, but you have the damage to break through.
Such a really low. Needs help. 13 HP, still survives. There's the rush for CJ, and there's the flip.
No contest.
They managed to get it. No contest whatsoever. Looks like maybe the
they do get the recontest.
Here. Someone needs to go for the retouch. It will be Zeb. All CDs used now. Goes gold. Spear spin. Spear throw. Everything thrown in by Zeb to try and stay alive and touch again. But unfortunately, they are slain by Lucamino. And that'll be the point.
Yeah, okay. Dallas wins that one. I think I like it.
Positioning there, I mean, it's possible that CJ just opens the ultimate and Lunex
Oh, hi Lily. I didn't know you were in chat.
Away from that one, but you have to hold your ground. You know that if Dallas flips it, it's over. Zeb has an ultimate that is kind of playable in that situation as well. I think Zeb, if you can hold your ground with Lunex putting Zeb in front and center to just use the Terror Surge to stop that Kitsune rush attempt, might have been an opportunity for Lunex, but yeah, they back away, no contest at all. Flip comes through and it's all over.
Wow, Extinction super low on the rotation. They're going to be able to punish Zeb here, surely. Okay, ends up going gold for half a second. Oh, well, Sojin gets the mega health pack at the very least. And X10 doesn't want to dice with too much death. And there's the OC for X10. She snipes one. Chronic ends up going down. Matrix, a lot of that additional damage there coming from X10. Still trying to find bodies, but looking for ghosts right now is X10. Lunex still get the point, though.
See if they can hold on to this one. Sonjin's on the hunt again. It's Lunex that hold the cards in terms of the support ultimates. We are just basically trading these positions for the support ultimates. We're unsynced, as one would say, between the two teams for those. So Lunex in good positioning, and they still have that Terror Surge from a little bit earlier as well. Stifling.
Oh, rare miss
there. And
pause. Yeah, a little pause as well. Might be a Dallasville pause again. Sonjin saying, why did my pulse not hit? That's very strange. Must be bug. Must be bug. We'll be back in just a moment, hopefully. Yeah.
An opportunity for Lunex to maybe correct some of the mistakes from earlier, because I went back and just had a quick check on what happened in the finality of a second point, and Zeb and the rest of the team actually backed out before the Kitsune even came on through. So their positioning was already kind of cooked before the Kitsune came in, and by the time CJ altered the point was actually clear. Dallas just took that one for free. Kellen immediately went on top of that one, and they capped it basically for free. No contest at all, as Lunex were already pushed off somehow. So a bit of a weird sequence of events in terms of positioning. I still think that could have been a more challenging fight for Dallasville. But
do I not have it?
First, cap 30%
no, I have
and counting now. on this third point, so opportunity for them to be.
I have to
in
check
command,
something. Hold
exploring,
on.
have double support.
We're gonna change
Luke is
scenes
on
here.
83, CJ's on 87, so Dallas isn't really that ready to go yet. And I think for Lunex as well, probably don't want to be too aggressive.
Mauve.
High risk
It is
of if they go
message.
first here.
Okay.
They can whiff in the sense that Dallas can just back out,
Okay.
disengage.
Sorry.
and there's a wasted ultimate. Better
Whoa.
for double support ultimates.
Whoa.
Just play double support
Whoa.
ultimate, double
OBS.
support ultimate when Dallas go.
What are you
That also
doing?
farms and more capture percentage as well.
What do you
Zed
think you're
can find
doing,
opportunity
pal?
Terror Surge in the middle of all of that to maybe secure themselves a second point here on the map.
Well, we're going to go back into the game. I don't think... well, I think everything's been sorted, hopefully. That's not the game. That's the game. There we go. We're back. Don't worry. All good. You have Kellen with the self-destruct here. Look for a remake opportunity. Dallas Fuel closing in on support ults, but NYC, both of them have theirs already.
See how quick CJ wants to go.
Oh my god.
Down again. Great shot from Z.
Yeah, cheeky.
It's been a rough night for Surgeon.
Yeah, a regroup here for the Fuel.
That's Final Fighters on Lunex in a very good spot. This is their point now. Realistically thinking, Lunex have everything in their pocket to take this point away.
Wow. Rush for CJ. Desperation for the Fuel. Not quite burning blue right now. Definitely not at their brightest. As the Dallas Fuel lose Lucamino with that sound barrier still in hand. Sonji gets this touch. Beat ends up coming in for Lunex. They still trade though, Tracer for Tracer. But will they actually end up investing the beat? Doesn't look like they're going to. As, well, I say that, they actually do rip it. Think they can win this 3-on-4, but a late rush here from Z should see Lunex through this point.
I mean, surely with CJ down, they cap it, yeah.
It ends up killing Z, but it's not enough. Lunex with 2.
Like Dallas feels so desperate in that fight. When you're in the position that you have to go for a 3-man beat, you know things are going badly, and NY is still in position to counter that beat as well. But that Zeb Terror Surge is exactly what I wanted to see on that second point, right? This time around, correcting those mistakes, like I said, collecting this point, 100-0, by the way, off of some brilliance coming through Z, getting the headshot kill onto Sonjin, porting Dallas into a 4v5, forcing the back out, then into the final fight. Zeb just destroys and dismantles the Kitsune Rush push with the Terror Surge, and Dallas Fuel have no options. They go for desperation plays that do not work out.
Well, Somba losing out here, or at least backing up, but wow. Okay, Somba actually wins that against Sonjin. Wow, Lunex reading Dallas Fuel pretty well here. Yeah, Chronic and Sonjin just not having a game right now. Not considering what we saw last map. Avril, it doesn't feel like the same team.
No, Sonjin in particular has just been taken out so many times. I mean, he's had some good hits. Talked about the first point in particular. Sonjin was like first to get pulse bomb, first ult right. But since then, it's been a struggle. He's dead constantly. Now swapping over towards the sim. Doing a bit of potential DSG cosplay here, which wouldn't be the cosplay you want to do.
Look at this from Zomba,
I have to do something again. I'm so sorry. I have to do it right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stick on to stick on.
Last time it'll happen.
Kills the sim as they TP. Like, man, Zomba's flying.
Okay.
And a terrible map to get.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Baby Diva as well. Where does Kellen even go right now? You know, it's to run back and spawn and reset.
Back to spawn, reset. Yeah, that's literally the only way you can do that.
Look
and
how
that's
much
find a
time is
fight now because of it.
CJ still doesn't have ult. I mean, CJ
The
is
Kellen
ahead,
has to go
but
ball.
you need ult. Kellen's just going to go ball. He's like, you know what? If I'm going to reset my ult anyway, go to ball. See if we can make this ball work as you make it work.
They're going to try and flip the map,
Oasis.
Avril. They're trying to flip the map. Yeah, Z ends up just killing Lucamino. They see the ball just running through. Sure, you can touch the point, Kellen. Who cares? We don't want it. It's all good. We'll kill your backline instead, bro. Good little slam there from Kellen.
Kellen on ball, the big 26. Surely this goes well. Oh, what an Orisa ult, though.
Getting absolutely annihilated. A good Terror Surge there from Zed. They lose NY, sure, but
excellent.
X-Head is online. She is cooking right now. Lucamino falls, and that's going to be Lunex coming away with this map. It's got to be said. CJ with a desperate rush. Pulse connects onto
nice
Chronic.
pulse
It's
too, and that's the map. Wow. I was talking about the Orisa matchup like it was the insuperior matchup there, but honestly, I mean, it works out there. I mean, X10 popped the fuck off for sure.
Now we have
But
to open
still.
the conversation of Lunex actually winning the series, taking an upset win against Dallas Fuel, who we all on the desk unanimously agreed looking to be the best team in the region right now. Lunex is saying we're very, very experienced against Dallas Fuel. Scrim them all the time. Kellen might have walked away with 0 deaths on this map, but he does not walk away with the win.
Dude, it's just the cycle again, where every team is taking off maps, taking series off each other. It's just so strange. Lunix end up losing to 3-0 to Spacestation, so it's a pretty healthy prediction to make to put Dallas Fuel ahead here. Lunix 3-0 Extinction, and then what? Dallas Fuel maybe lose to Lunix here. It's so strange. NA is just all over the place, man.
And then Space Station. I mean, if Space Station lose to Dallas next week, then the circle will be complete. But Space Station at this point, looking at this gameplay, happy with the fact that SSG could potentially be the number one team in the region after this, especially if Dallas don't win. But I gotta say, I mean, Dallas looked like they were still in position to take control of this map until the sort of very desperate fumbling towards the second to last point, where, you know, we got the 3-man beat in there. Sonjin dies super early. They're like getting a little bit desperate, but then afterwards, Sonjin swapping to the Symmetra might be the case where, like, he's just feeling too much pressure on the Trace, not working. Maybe they want to do something with the Symmetra Diva sort of gameplay. Just feels a little too late in the day. I don't see this team as a Symmetra team. It doesn't seem like their identity. That's not the carry hero for a player like Sonjin. But worse than that is Kellen gets demec'd, staggered, and they can't even do the Diva TP play anymore because there's no Diva. So now he's on ball. Sonjin's still on Symmetra. I think if Kellen wants to go ball, he needs to make the call to say, Sonjin, go back to Tracer. Play Tracer ball, and we're going to make the final fight work. Don't stay on the Symmetra when your teammates go on ball. Now you don't have a comp anymore. You're playing wacky composition. Of course you're going to lose the final fight.
Yeah, you're playing Sim One Trick, won't swap comp. Well,
we're going to Blizzard World. I can't believe it's 2-2, honestly.
Is going to be, well, actually, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Actually, no, I am. You can tie here. You can draw on this map. So there is a potential to have another one after.
Yeah.
This, but it is Blizzard World. So take that with a grain of salt. Dallas Fuel are going to take us here for our hybrid. They're going to ban first. How do Lunix respond? Like, what do we ban here if you're Lunix in this situation? Because you're flying on TPS. It's all I'm saying.
How scared of you are the ball? At this point, like,
do you ban tank if you're Lunix? Like,
do you ban Diva? No, because Winston comes out on the other side.
You don't care. You don't care about Diva.
I don't know if you even look at tank. I have a feeling that Zeb just wants to keep playing Orisa, and you know, after that, why not? Keep going Orisa. Play Orisa for literally the rest of the series, which might just be the one map here, but keep going Orisa. I actually think if you are Dallas, you target Orisa. I think you first ban Orisa straight up.
I mean, it covers off the tanks. Lunix ban the Diva. Dallas bans the Kiri.
Instead.
You know,
I mean, okay, but Dallas get to play. Wait, this was kind of dumb by Lunix. This was kind of dumb. This was kind of dumb. Lunix kind of fucked up here. Actually, no, they couldn't have done anything. Dallas is fine. Dallas got first ban, so they couldn't have done anything. So they banned the Kiri, so that forces probably the Ana Iati to get played, which Lunix is not as good and versatile with. They are still really good on that, by the way, but they're just not as good as Lucamino CJ, which is just a crazy, like, they're both just crazy flexible players. And then Ninwy and Z are both very flexible as well, but I think they'd be more comfortable on the Yachty Kitty. The Diva ban, I think, enables the Orisa, it enables the Ball, it enables the Zari. I mean, you would have played Zari anyways.
Sonjin might have copped a bit of a confidence hit on the Trace in the last map. So
hold on, what were the previous bans? Go back.
Because Sonjin might Zari if...
No, Monkey hasn't been banned yet. Why not ban Monkey?
I don't know. I still don't know if I like the Diva ban, to be honest.
Why not ban Monkey and you get to play the Diva?
I'd rather play the main tank.
Because then you could play Zarya if you wanted.
Yeah, forcing him to do that. As Dallas Fuel taken to a map number 5 by Lunix.
Sigma defense.
Oh, okay. We're just getting word in. It's actually, sorry, it is a Winston ban for Lunix. It's not Diva, so erase that from your mind. It is. Yeah, okay, there you go. The UI's updated.
My brain, massive. I still got it. I still got it.
I think that's supposed to be mechanical.
I was close
to
that. I'll give him some credit.
I just listen, I'm just, bro.
I don't think they're not like real, so I guess.
All I'm saying, kid still got it, right? Maybe I can't, maybe I still know game.
pausing again.
Maybe I still know game. What if I do, huh?
Let me talk about
charge their mouse.
I don't know. Let me talk about this Sigma real quick as well. So Kellen actually, strangely enough, for a main tank player, he's weirdly good at Sigma. He's one of the few main tanks that I actually think has managed to kind of pick up the Sigma in a kind of threatening way.
Another notable main tank in the past that was really good at the Sigma was Gator. Unironically.
You have perma high ground control, but even then,
there was another one too. Who was it?
Perk on the Sigma to like have some reasonable gameplay on B. Would be so good on B, but it's going to be banned out. So I think Kellen might be thinking.
Who was it?
He was not banned.
It was someone from Shot.
You're right. So
if you play Rhine, you can play Sig.
I'm still.
It's just how that works. I mean, I guess.
No, it's Diva. No, it's Winston.
It's just a bit more off tanky.
I think that's even.
In like Overwatch 1 Sig. I mean, unless it was like, I mean, even in the Sig Hog comp, was it the main tank that went Hog? In the Hog Zarya meta as well, the main tank went Hog.
That's my belief.
Sure, yeah. Well,
that's about the time that I stopped playing, and I took a break.
It's gonna be the kitty for the fuel. Wow, look at that. Insane stuff, honestly. Lunix taking this to a map number 5. This has been an insane series so far. On a day where I said, like, man, I think it might just be a 3-0 day, maybe a 3-1 day kind of thing. I mean, the second game in my mind, the Space Station Extinction, was going to be the closest. I don't know how you felt about it. But yeah, insane stuff.
I mean, we might still get another 4 or 5 mapper in the next series as well. What a treat that will be. Of course, the monkey's paw would curl and be like, no, you got your 5 mapper in the first series. Next series 3-0 now. But
yeah, actual monkey paw Overwatch. Dude, it's more real than you think.
What's more real than I think right now is Lunix's ability to win this map. I think Lunix is on track to maybe take the series here because their momentum coming out of Atlas, I'm starting to feel really confident about Lunix, but Blizzard World, a brand new opportunity and map. I think the Winston ban is a little on the weaker side, and I do think banning away the Kiriko is really impactful from Dallas. I actually quite like that.
Were they playing the Brig? I think they were playing the Brig.
Yeah, putting Lucamino on a carry support. You can carry on Lucio, but pretty easy to carry on the Alari. Something more aggressive, you know, like you're landing headshots like we saw in Gibraltar. Which, to be fair, that Lucamino was the reason why that map was so easy for the fuel.
Yeah, definitely one of the top reasons. I'd agree with that. But they've already hovered. So defensively, it's Alari and Ana. CJ on the Ana.
I like that.
I would have thought Leon, but the Ana can work. I think the Ana works better if you have something that can better take the nano boost. Right now, the best nano taker is Chronic on the Soj, because you're probably not going to nano Kellen or Sigma unless he's in trouble trying to save his life. So you're kind of wanting, if you were going to play Ana, I would have preferred a dive tank like a Diva or a Winston, which you can't play anymore because of the ban. But something that can better take the nano would have been more preferable. I wonder if CJ may think about moving away from the Ana slightly later on. You're also not countering anything, right? You're playing Ana into a Orisa, an Orisa comp. Yeah. Now, the only good news is because there's no Kiri, there's no Suze you have to worry about, so all sleeps and Bionades are going to land. But with Gold being on field and the Javelin spin from Orisa, it's just going to be like not an amazing matchup. So I think the Ana is a potentially not most ideal pick. But
it is Kellen, by the way. Resetting his game. He's had some connection issues, and I'm assuming that's why we paused earlier as well. So making sure Kellen is good to go. Might have had to remake the lobby. If he's resetting the game, we're probably going to have to remake lobby as well. So yeah, it's all good. We'll be back in just a moment. Go on.
People might not realize, but Sonjin and Kellen are playing from Korea, so you know, connection
ping.
maybe
they got that
problem
ping
here.
Ting. Oh, we'll come back to game.
So just super early. Like it's like still.
Yeah, what time is it in Korea right now?
Korea.
Yeah, let me check. What time is it for you?
5:42 a.m. in Korea, and we're 4 maps deep, which means they started like before 5. They would have started somewhere at 4 a.m. So the Koreans do be grinding pretty hard to play in NA right now.
I wonder if they're the same PC bang. Or so, maybe, I don't know, they play for PC bang? That'd be kind of sick actually if they were, but maybe just that home PCs.
I would not trust the potential
PC bang connection. Yeah,
that's
like, true actually.
It's more so like it's distracting as well as too many people here. Anyway, Kellen's on ball. He's actually moved away from the Sigma.
Yeah. Okay. Don't mind this. Oh, CJ, good rotation. Wow.
That might be the point. You need a really fast reset from Dallas. Also better taker than Nano in the Sigma for sure. of getting one of Zomba is
Wait, Kellen's on the ball.
For the opportunity to maybe stall out.
Wait, Kellen's on the ball.
Okay. All about rotations here for Lunex. Capping this whole time as well. Easy re-engage for Kellen, already up on this high ground, but
I mean, I know
actually
why,
able to
because he
stick
died and
something,
he had to come
getting
back.
a kill
But
is another story entirely. It's actually Lucamino that's taking the brunt of the damage right now. Took a spear to the face. Seb going pretty low, getting healed up quickly. Then why lucky to escape with her life. There's a Dallas Fuel not out of this fight just yet, but actually,
yeah, about that.
they're dead.
They're out now. The DPS is struggling. Chronic and Sonjin falling by the wayside. Zomba and X10 doing the opposite and just succeeding. And Kellen's like, all right, back onto the Sigma. No perks, so complete fresh. CJ late death. This is falling apart for Dallas Fuel. This is, you really need to start believing. I think everyone watching this is starting to see Lunex in the binoculars, taking away the map. X10 alive on 1 HP as well. Wow.
Bro, Dallas rolls Liquid, but can't
This is an aura farm.
roll Lunex.
What is this?
I don't know what that says about Liquid yet. That depends on how the DSG games go later.
What's that?
Once again.
Is that the once again like charm as well?
Oh,
yeah?
bye, Lucamino.
Nice pulse from Zomba, bringing it back to the game. Lucamino already down. Wow, Dallas Fuel. I doubt it's Kellen's connection that's booming him, but I mean, this is just wow. They don't look like themselves at all. And Zomba hits a
Yuck!
Lunex is different at every single angle right now. He's gonna go for another one.
Zomba is playing like a man possessed. Pulse bomb onto Lucamino. One clip onto Sonjin.
He's a freak.
Lunex have got all the others.
Bro, Zomba and Exton, this is a lineup that's been around together.
Good shot from Lucamino.
I was about to say almost as long as the Vega RuPaul lineup, but I don't know if that's a good comparison to use anymore.
It is disastrous. Zeb actually trapped behind.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
180 from Chronic. Here's the recall from Zomba, but still split team right now. Zeb has to do something, ends up dying.
And was gonna deliver herself into death as well, unfortunately. CJ though, twice the
But this core of Lunex has been together for a very long time.
A lot of feasting today, particularly on this map. Just running around the map, destroying everybody. CJ can't even get out of spawn.
Yeah. Gonna go again. Has to get checked. Don't get diff this time, Sonjin. He's definitely not one to back down for a fight, that can be said. Both traces. Mega health pack control though. Zomba's also gonna dip for their one. Pulse bomb. Gonna go, dude, he's going for it. He's feeling himself so much. He's gonna force the recall in just a moment. Zomba hits the recall first. Sadly though, Sonjin goes pretty low. Ends up picking up that mini. Hits the recall too. Zomba has to get out of there. Forced all the way back. So now a 4 on 5 near the
Bro, what is going on?
What Zomba really needs is the rest of the team from Lunex to create a situation where Sonjin kind of forgets about Zomba. The Zomba gets the backstab, so that kind of needs to be the position. Zomba, by the way, used Pulse somewhere.
Extended. Okay, hang on a second. The ship has been righted. And Dallas Fuel.
So
okay,
by the
back
way,
in this.
that
They're
confirms
again.
that Kellen is playing on ping. So what? No wonder they played Ryan yesterday. That has another aspect to play on it. Because I remember seeing a pin that was like, I remember hitting pins like that when I was on high ping. Because of how weird the vacuum looked. Because, you know, the whole tech with like, you pin in, the shoulder that you pin in is, there's like an area about, like next to the shoulder that will suck them in. It's the Ryan pin vacuum, whatever. But like, it was so far out of that shoulder, but the high ping explains why it's still connected.
89% of you voted for the Dallas Fuel, by the way. Lunex fans in the chat who voted for them, those 11%.
Zomba's dead, bro. He's stuck back here.
The real ones. Oh,
It even took.
Okay, there it is. There it
It
is.
even
All
took
right,
the.
Zomba
He even took the
taken down,
mini,
down
bro.
as well.
The game
Lunex
sucks.
on the retreat. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go.
Zomba was on 2 HP, and I do believe he actually barely caught the health. Well, I think the health pick was on cooldown, but yeah, didn't quite get out. And now Dallas is about 5 ultimates, so Lunex's momentum has been all but stopped now. They have nothing to really play through. No setup for window required. You can't just rip that one through with no setup at all. You have to
that's
find a
awesome.
position for it. And Flux counters it anyway.
That's a Blizzard issue.
Dallas still got the whole Christmas tree.
Mike, if you don't mind, do me a favor and go to the Extinction stream and see if you get drop progress from that.
Decent lab timing though. There it is. He's still pretty low, however. Kellen with a nice high ground position. Oh, that capture sun's going to be big. Oh, it didn't need the detonations. Both Zomba and Seed 1 HP. Lucamino with a double. This is what you get when you put Lucamino on a carry support.
Because I should.
There's only 2 ultimates. You still got 3 in the bank.
Smile.
Nano to hold on. You don't even... Well, Nano clock is actually the combo if you want to go aggressive here. But 40 seconds left to play through. Lunex are going to get desperate. What are they going to open with? If they tempo beat into this one, Dallas will have basically won. So Lunex have to be very careful. They have to work, sadly, slowly for a bit of space. Hope that X10 can get ultimate in time. And then look to win the OT. Likely, if they can save the beat to counter the Nano clock, they'll be safe. Otherwise,
oh, what? CJ hit a parting shot on Zomba's head. That headshot perk going crazy. That was a very unfortunate death. It's going to be staggered too. There's the Nano, and there's the OC as well. X10's not going to be able to stand up to this duress. A double slice
Chronic.
Double tap on NYNZ. Backline already down. Lunix with 2 players left alive. Chronic hunting, searching for more.
Bye.
Surge. The
I appreciate it, Mike.
disrespect onto Chronic there, but someone still needs to go for the point. But no one from Lunix left breathing as Dallas Fuel hold on second.
By the way, dog, depending on how long these matches go, I might have time to queue with you for a bit. It's after this game, and then there's SSG versus Extinction, and then there's Skies versus Fuel, or Liquid, excuse me. Depending on how long those go, Lily's got a scrim, so she'll be busy until like probably like 10:30. So then, if she's still busy, or the games finish up early, we can queue if you're available.
Didn't get much done on that regard as Dallas Fuel slowly bank up all of their ultimates.
If you're not washed, I'll queue with you on your main. If you think you're washed, I'll go on an ult again. Because I still want GM.
Green HP doesn't last long enough. Chronic is still putting out unbelievable amounts of damage on that combo.
It's kind of crazy because I feel like this whole series so far, and you can tell by the scoreline as well, right? Where it's like Chronic Sonjin, it's like pop off mode, and then we're kind of quiet. Pop off mode, then we're kind of quiet. Pop off, and it's kind of, we're going full circle again. Like Dallas Fuel, if history kind of dictates that they will.
Yeah, give it a few
like
minutes.
Chronic and Sonjin are ripping heads right
I'll
now.
do something else. All right, I got you, homie. I got you. I appreciate you.
We'll see how their attack ends up going.
I've been wanting to play Rivals so bad right now, and been wanting to queue Overwatch so bad. There's just been so much casting, and trying to balance life and casting with also doing things I enjoy, and also spending time with my wonderful girlfriend. It's hard, bro. They don't tell you about that part. They don't tell you about that. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love every part of all of it. But it's just, it's a lot.
for their defense.
It's worth it.
CJ dies, but yeah, again, like you said, without even the headshot perk.
It's more than worth it.
Do note, by the way, that Dallas are in fact on attack, so we'll get the attack defense symbol swapped at the soonest point in time. But Dallas Field, they get that.
So Zeb
540 to push it in.
on the Zarya versus Kellen.
Late kill to Zomba, really getting his revenge from earlier from Zomba one clicking. Masonja's like, you got to go down first in this fight, buddy. As Dallas Field.
Okay, yeah, I've received confirmation that this is a blizzard.
They're gonna try. They're gonna try and take it to him as well, but X10's going really low. Receives Lamb, but she's in very deep right now. In fact, the entirety of Lunix are very deep. Pushing the payload for free right now are the Dallas Fuels. They try and go for the wrap here. Kellen popping up that shield and end up just backing away. Headshot from X10, but they need to find a kill on somebody, and they need to find it now. Kellen does end up going down as they finally force their way onto the point. But with this flip of the map here, and without Kellen, Dallas Fuel now need to escape. X10 putting them in the ground, though.
Still surviving. The immortality field being
Can't
deployed.
die, can't die.
And the cleanup here is going to be massive. The kill into Kellen is exactly what was required. If you fail to kill Kellen there, he gets full healed. Your 4-man rotation is suddenly in the bin. So massive risk taken from Lunex at the pace. Often you respect that. Okay, you're down one member. Zombies dead late. You have a 4v5. What do? Do you just completely back out and give space? Or do you make a play happen? They decided we're going to make a play, and they get rewarded for it.
And a pulse will be thrown out there. That special delivery. Going to oh, Sonjin almost killed 2 in that small room. Lucky Lamp exists from Z.
It's got ults now.
Though. Pressure point, here it is. Nano boost as well onto Kellen. Hits that flux almost insta.
Ooh,
and that's a big one as well.
That's a fatty.
And the Lucio
That's a fatty.
on the side. That's a team kill, Avril.
That's kind of game, no? I mean, Chronic just ults early while Lunex tries to push in. If they even make it, it has to be Zamba. Ninwai won't make it.
It's going to be Extend. Extend needs to be able to touch. Okay, the Tracer eventually gets there in the end, but Tracer
and Z's dead.
Captive Sun connects with the bat, but they don't end up sticking to it.
Oof.
Dallas Fuel finish off the series as what a very dominant map on Blizzard World. A back and forth one, but they still come out on top, and they end up clinching their spot in playoffs.
I mean, they got there eventually, right? It was a tough call. People will look back at this match, and I think Dallas in particular will look back at this match thinking what went wrong, and that's despite winning, because there are various maps where they felt like probably shouldn't have lost. Atlas is the biggest head scratcher here in terms of what went wrong, because man, things were this is a bit of a rough series for Dallas despite winning. So I think for Lunex, it's a great overall look in terms of being the underdog and still punching up so successfully to the point where Dallas end up looking lost. And you know, we say Blizzard would eventually end up being pretty dominant. The first half, the first quarter maybe, where you looked at that attack from Lunex, it was disgusting. Lunex were on a roll for quite some time until Zomba got bogged down by Sonjin inside the spawn. That was sort of the turning point, a little bit. The 4v4 elsewhere on the map, which is not going well for them. But Lunex gained a lot of confidence from the viewers, I think their fans, from me, of like their future in the OWCS. I think this is a team that is maybe should be the fourth best team. They should be threatening the top four for sure.
Anything can change in the playoffs as well, kind of worth keeping in mind. Of course, we're very close. This is week 2, bro. We've only got one more week of regular play. I mean, Dallas Fuel still happy though, a 4-0. Like, sometimes it doesn't matter how you get it done as long as you get it done, you know? Dallas end up making it. Lunex, they end up falling here, but still, like you said, bright spots for the team, and also a massive confidence boost. I think the perception of this squad is going to change a whole ton after the series on what everybody pitched as probably a 3-0.
Well, I think, sorry guys, I was muted there. But when it comes down to how Dallas Fuel were looking in this matchup up against Lunex being able to take it toe-to-toe, that's a huge confidence boost, just like Jaws was saying. And being able to get those maps as well with, again, how close the standings are for those last 2 spots is so important for this team. And they're really shaping up, Avril, to be a dark horse here in NA.
I think Lunex can beat Team Liquid next week and also DSG. So Lunex, despite all of this, can walk away with a 3-2 record. They, based off this game alone, if they can play at least at minimum this level of quality as they showed versus Dallas Fuel, I don't see how they lose to Liquid next week. I don't see how they lose to DSG. This is a team that I think should be in the top 4 for playoffs.
Definitely agree with you there. So let's take a look at our standings after this matchup to see how things have shifted. We talked about it, Jaws, at the beginning of today here for OWCS NA. Dallas Fuel being able to get that 3-0, essentially just now clinching their playoff spot here, have definitely got to feel comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. I think what we're looking at right now, the standings, Fuel, Spacestation, Liquid, Lunex, I think this is going to be the lineup for playoffs. I'm not sure if it's going to be in this order. If Avril is correct and Lunex end up winning against Team Liquid, they'll be above Liquid, of course. But to me right now, especially after this game, I think this is what we're going to see.
Okay.
Although, Extinction, they feel like a wild card right now. They feel like they could pull anybody to a Mountain of 5 and maybe win. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, they play next.
It's going to be really interesting how the next couple of days of competition end up panning out heading
Okay, Liquid has to lose.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, we've got an interview still.
Liquid has to lose like the rest of their games.
Congratulations, Wheats, on today's win. I wanted to hear a bit about how you must be feeling now to know that you guys have guaranteed your playoff spots here for stage 1.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Does that say Rack Attack?
I mean, the whole regular season is just a
Does
qualifier
that say
for
Rack
playoffs,
Attack?
so it's definitely nice to be locked in now. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, you're looking fresh in the hoodie, by the way. It's looking good on you. I was curious of how the team was kind of built. Have you got kind of any insight you could give us and like how at the start of the season you kind of prepared to build up the squad that you have now?
Yeah, so Fuel pretty much gave me like full reign, like me and Young, to build the roster we wanted. So I figured like a lot of the other teams had already been built, so I didn't want to just try and make like another like diva team and just like be like, oh, maybe we could be the third best, you know. Like I figured I should just get like the best talent players at each position possible and try and like create like our own kind of
So
thing.
so you chose Kellen? Sorry, sorry, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry, my fault. I don't know, but my Kellen hate is showing. Sorry, sorry, my bad, my fault.
That last match went for you, because that was a very close one. A 5-map series. Everyone probably expected you guys to walk away perhaps 3-0. What went wrong on Runesapi and Atlas, and how did you guys bring it back around to eventually win on Blizzard World?
Yeah, Runesapi, I think they did a really good job touching point. Like right at the end, I think they made us like fight on cart a lot, and like we couldn't really go past cart, so they're able to like hold that last meter like a few times where we thought we should cap the point for free pretty much, but they were able to touch. And Atlas, I think we just like I don't know, we didn't play how we normally can, and then also I think they're just like really insane at Orisa. Like I think Zeb's like the best Orisa in the world, so it's always tough to play against him no matter what when he's on that hero, no matter what's meta.
Yeah, the Orisa is definitely cracked there for Zeb. I know that Avril just talked and asked you about some more of those like more specific things that happened map per map, but
Chat, you want to know how addicted I am?
Heading into this matchup up against Lunex, because we had heard last week.
You want to know how addicted I am?
That you guys scrim the most. Were you expecting this match to be as close as it was in an official manner, or did you kind of anticipate that they were really going to give you guys a run for your money?
Okay, well, before the game, I told my team, like, I don't care what happened in scrims, like, we still have to try really hard, but, like, I don't think we've, like, ever lost a map of them to scrims, so I'm pretty surprised that it was this close, but then again, you know, the only thing that matters is match day, like, scrim results really don't matter at all, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one more question for you, but in your mind, top 4 right now, apart from yourselves, who else is there? Those 3 other slots.
I mean, SSG definitely, and then Loki, I think Lunex and Extinction are going to be top 4. That's my hot take.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know if it's that much of a hot take after what we saw coming out from Extinction yesterday. So definitely appreciate your insight there on that, Wheats. And congratulations on your win today and securing that playoff spot. Appreciate you doing this interview with us, and good luck on the rest of your matches.
All right, thanks for having me.
Okay. Great interview here from Wheats, but now let's lock back in and check out the rest of our schedule, because we still have 2 matches.
It's time!
SSG versus Extinction, an Extinction that we just gave some pretty high praise to, and then a DSG versus Team Liquid for the rest of our day here today.
Yeah, this could be another map 5 here. We'll see. I mean, Extinction, they have what it takes, I think, but man. Actually, at this point, I don't even know, man. Like, maybe the Extinction end up winning this series and then Liquid end up losing that. I have no idea. It's going to be a fun 2 games and maybe not the 3 Overwatch that we thought.
Yeah, this is looking like a good day of Overwatch so far, but, you know, we'll wait for the Monkeys pour to come through and say, like, you got your 1 good game, and now it's 3-0s for the rest. Who knows? But I think Extinction should be doing some damage here. They look good.
Well, they definitely do. I'm excited to see how these 2 matches are going to pan out. But before we send you guys off on a break, I want to remind you all about the Elysian Keeper crowdfunding mega bundle that does support the teams in OWCS that will be heading to Champions Clash. You've got some amazing skins here. They look great, so definitely check that out while we are on a quick break, and grab one for yourself if you want to help out fund that prize pool. But otherwise, we will be back shortly with SSG versus Extinction.
All right. We got 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. I am going to chat. I'm going to run some ads to turn off pre-rolls. We're going to be casting the Extinction versus SSG game. I'm going to be running some ads to turn off pre-rolls for the next hour. If you want to dodge the ads, you could get an ad blocker, or you could subscribe, or you can use your Twitch Prime. Those are all options. Doesn't have to be on me, but it could be on your favorite streamer nonetheless. Thank you all for watching so far. I'm excited. We got 2 matches left. SSG versus Extinction up next on the chopping block. Let's get into it. Let's get locked in. Let's get locked in. Okay, I do have to change to this screen for just a moment. Or not that screen. This screen for just a moment. And then there we go. We should be good. You guys can't hear the music. You guys can't hear them, or can you? Why can't you actually? Wait. Oh, because it's on a separate audio track. I mean, I guess we could just listen to the wonderful sounds of Slay the Spire 2. I don't think I can get in trouble for this. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, we got a couple minutes before the match starts, so we might as well. I forgot what this back guy does, but I think I have a feeling that I should go for him first. Why is it so laggy? Oh. And yeah, I'm extremely washed, so an alt would be preferable. Jesus, brother. Oh my god, what are we doing? Good god. Scared the schnikers out of me. I mean, I could just kill one of these guys and tank the 8 damage. Honestly, that might be the play. Just kill the bad guy. And then I would take 8 damage. Either that. Yeah, no, that's the play. I mean, I could use strength. Nah. We'll tank it. We should kill this turn. Dubskers. I don't see a reason to do any of these, actually. No, let's just skip it. Hey. Do we want to go for an upgrade on anything? I kind of want to upgrade Bludgeon. Because we could go... I kind of like Elite. Yeah, let's go this path. Okay. Oh, I need water before we start. Okay. Oh, whoa. Bro, I hate how my headphones get stuck in between my chair. All right. Enough of this. Let's get locked in here. Welcome to Extinction versus Space Station Gaming. This is the match you've all been waiting for. This is it. Me win bald hyper. Exactly. So here's your lineup of Extinction: PDK, Ryan, Sniper, Scuffed, and Grapes. Their performance yesterday against DSG was absolutely dominant, to say the very least, right? Taking a 3-0 victory and their first ever this squad's first ever win in OWCS in stage 1. So they do take that first win. That puts, by the way, Lunex winning that game puts Extinction and Lunex even at 1 and 2, and also at 5 and 6 map record, having that -1 map differential. So big potential game for Extinction here, but Extinction taking 2 maps off of Liquid just last week, and Lunex pulling off that upset over Dallas Fuel, which is a pretty big deal. So we head into our week 2 day 2 match. I think there's potential for an upset here. I'm biased, yes. An upset in terms of I think Extinction has that underdog shot. I think SSG will have the prep. I mean, SSG has Christopher. It's a like Christopher is just a well-experienced coach. So they're gonna have done their homework into Extinction. They're gonna know to things like the tracer, like the sojourn. It'll be a matter of, I think. I mean, we'll see Sugar Free more than likely pull out the Farah at some point, because I think there's a tracer ban afoot. I think banning out Ryan's tracer is a high probability. I don't think we'll see any huge tank bans unless it's going to be like a Diva or a Zarya, and then that's just so Space Station can play the Zarya or the Diva. But more than likely it would be the Zarya ban, if anything. But Extinction seem more comfortable, more confident on the Diva compositions. So I think with Space Station, they're going to look to just play their advantages. They're going to look to play their own game, and it'll probably work at that. So we're headed to map number 1. It is going to be Space Station's map pick, and that map is going to be good old-fashioned Lijiang Tower. Good old-fashioned reliable Lijiang Tower. We all know it. We all love it. And like clockwork, we are going to see, bro, I think I might just be that guy, because Zarya is going to get banned out by Extinction, forcing out that Diva, and Tracer will be banned out by SSG. I might just be that guy, okay? I gotta hype myself up here. Okay? Because this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. It was exactly as I foretold. No, anyways. But we're gonna be heading into the match now. Extinction versus Space Station Gaming. So Ryan gonna have to show off that flexibility. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Sugar Free do something similar to what what Team Liquid did in pulling out like a Pharah, but I think it is more likely that it's going to be this standard comp out to play. This standard comp, sorry, I'm getting volumes set and ready. The standard comp out and ready to play. So we're off to the races. Ryan is going to be coming out on that Echo, and that will probably be a good amount of forethought from SSG as Hawk looks to go in, dive, dip, dodge, and parry around as a Sniper looks to go in and collapse on this right side angle, but that's going to leave Sniper in a precarious situation as they will get taken down and out of mech, and Sugar Free finding that early pick, and SSG knows when to just kite out, when to back. This is the perfection of SSG's gameplay. This is where they do their best work, and as I say that, Lethal caught out in the open, and that Lethal competition is removed, but that will be SSG's time to go. Sniper is not able to get the remake, but Sugar Free will fall, and that big chunk of damage that is gone will enable this engage to still exist from Extinction. Scuffed barely able to survive as UV is able to TP away from Ryan's beam, but the sickies still land on Hawk nonetheless, and that will leave Ultraviolet down for the count as Sniper makes their way back, and the re-engage occurs here now from Extinction. Cap has been in favor of SSG, but that cap flips now for Extinction as the rest of SSG look to kite back, play it slow, but Hawk getting forced out, the beam being taken out by Ryan. Still not quite having that first perk online, but the duplicate is going to be online as Lethal and Hawk both kind of on Ryan duty, just trying to keep Ryan in check, not allow Ryan to get too much value, but UV with the early ultimate onto point. Scuff will match it across point. Ryan goes for the Diva copy, able to use up so much of that DM and accidentally booping Sugar Free into Sniper, thus removing Sniper from the mech. I think it was inevitable that that was going to happen anyways, but it was still funny. The beat happens from both teams. Grapes goes for the beat, but the beat was, there was no one to beat. Everyone was dead. The ult comes out from Sugar Free, looks to slam down, doesn't find anything, but Ryan taking down Lethal leaves the door open for Extinction to re-engage. SSG retook the point, but Sugar Free goes down early to Ryan's flank. This is that opening. This is that wild card that we were talking about. Lethal goes for the ultimate all the way around on the other side of the map, finds the pick on one, finds Grapes for a second, PDK falling, but Sniper finds Hawk before the remake can come back. Sniper does have the ultimate online and will look to play the wraparound, but Extinction did not get the cap of point there. An insane heads up play from Lethal to use the ultimate to flank, almost like you would see a Ball or a Pharah do, to retouch the point. Using that ultimate to find the flank and then finding two, is now Extinction is back in it to win it, back in this play, 69%, and the flip as Extinction does find that flip. I didn't even realize how that happened, but that flip won't want to be given up too easily. Sugar Free forced to kite out, and Ryan being kept in check will force Extinction to play slow here, but Sniper forced out of mech, forced to use that ultimate, but will go down to Lethal. But Hawk getting insta-traded out. Lethal falls to 1 HP. Ryan gets traded. PDK does get taken out. And once again, Grapes going for the B, but it just lands on Scuffed and themselves. Grapes will fall as Scuffed does find UV. So it could be an opening if the rest of Extinction can come back in a fast enough nature. But with both of those supports being the last to fall, it's a tough call. It will have to be Sniper to go for this final touch here, but will they make it, or will a boop come into play? They do make it to the touch, and Scuff goes for the ultimate early, but Sniper falls instantly to 1 HP. The beat from Admiral to keep everyone fresh and toasty and ready to go as the rest of SSG clean up Extinction. It will be the 100 to 64 angle as Extinction, they do find some bright spots. They do find those gaps in SSG's defensives, but it'll have to be taken more advantage of and with less mistakes in between. We saw Sniper go for these commits as Ryan would go for flanks, and then Ryan would get forced out. Ryan wouldn't be able to commit to the flank, but Sniper would have already committed to the engage. So then Sniper would essentially be engaging alone and would get removed from mech, and maybe they would have the bomb, maybe they wouldn't. Either way, I don't think we saw the bomb actually convert to a successful remech. Maybe once from both divas, but nonetheless, TP out from both teams. Ryan 6 to the Echo. Might be more difficult here to play, could be easier, but the Emre staying in from Lethal will make Ryan's life a bit more tough, as these large open areas means that yes, there's more area to fly, but there's also less covering. As the fight takes place in Dojo, this is just not a place that Extinction wants to fight against this vendetta of Sugar Free. But Hawk takes down Ryan early using that longer range perk upgrade, and now we'll force the rest of Extinction backwards. Ooh, excuse me. Hawk will look just to continuously put pressure on Bridge, not let Extinction take any of this range for free, and Ryan makes the swap over to the Vendetta, slamming into this front line, looking to find an angle for Sniper to go aggressive with them, going for another overhead slash again and again, trying to force out Sugar Free, who does fall to 1, and it will be the slight overcommit from Ryan, which leads to Extinction's downfall for this fight, as the rest of Extinction have to kite as SSG look to push forward. And now Extinction look to step up to the plate, using that ultimate early by Scuff. Sugar Free goes down. UV not even having the ultimate online yet, but nonetheless eventually getting it and committing to using it even without their Sugar Free, and also lacking space. Hawk pushed out, split from the rest of SSG, gets demech, the bomb force, the beat used from both sides as the ult gets used from Lethal as well. Now PDK commits to the ultimate on the bridge as Lethal ults come to an end. It will have to be this hard engage from SSG to try and regain point, and that they do, as Extinction now try and engage onto Sniper. Sniper gets that ultimate off and does successfully convert to a remech as Sugar Free and Lethal both fall. PDK will fall to 1, but Admiral chasing PDK will get fallen. Will get in befallen. Get fallen. Be befallen. I don't know anymore. And now Hawk, still not in mech, will jump off the edge, seeking to get mech back, but being not on any respawn wave. They'll have a fast respawn here, but nonetheless Extinction look to extend their percentage and look to match at least SSG's going into this fight. Ryan now gonna have this ultimate online. Sugar Free gonna have it as well. Ryan goes to match it. The early slam from Sugar Free comes down, but Ryan has the better angle. The slam comes down onto Admiral and the cleanup onto Lethal as Sugar Free gets overheaded off the map. You heard that correctly. Overheaded off the map. The momentum from that overhead strike, from that sundering sky ultimate, uses the downforce of that ult to send Sugar Free off the map. And with that, Extinction now take the lead of this second round. And PDK gets that early pick onto UV. The ult comes out from Scuff, but it might just be unnecessary as a whole, as Hawk looks to take heed in the spawn room, as it's just gonna be kiting back now from Extinction. There's only so far you can go when you're in the spawn doors of Spacestation Gaming, as now Grapes gonna have that be online, a significant lead over Admiral, and UV still 15% away from an ultimate of their own. The touch will be there as Lethal goes for the ultimate. Grapes not wanting to overcommit or use that ultimate of their own too early or for nothing, but Scuffed finds the crosshairs of Lethal. PDK uses that ultimate now, and now it's time for the engage from Extinction. It's this now or never moment. It's time for PDK to get taken out by Lethal, as the point does flip and the ult will be forced, but Hawk having to use that ult means that there's no re-engage there. Grape saving this ult for when Admiral has theirs. The only downside is that UV is probably going to be matching it. UV is going to go for this ult engage, and then Grapes is going to beat, and then Admiral's going to match the beat. We are going to see the engage first, though, from Extinction as Grapes uses that ultimate. Ryan looks to kite backwards as PDK gets removed from the fight, and it'll be the rest of Extinction look to combine forces and just wait it out momentarily, but someone will have to be there from Extinction to touch, and that they do. But Ryan gets taken out, and with Sniper being the only one there, the baby diva will have nowhere to run as Grapes gets taken out. Sniper does get remech as Scuffed does make it back to this point, but Lethal's closing in on that ultimate as Scuffed goes off of the map thanks to Sugar Free's Whirlwind. But with the last remaining member of Ryan from Extinction going for the touch, Sugar Free slams down that ultimate, and SSG will take map number 1 quite, I wouldn't say handily. There was some pushback, but once the snowball got rolling for SSG, it was quite the handy takeover. Wrong highlight. Yep. There's my 12th straight win. Let's go. You best ain't not be cheering for SSG in this chat room. Trying to play games after Extinction games or after the other games? After the other game. I'm co-streaming all the games. There's only one more game after this. After this Extinction versus SSG matchup, there is Team Liquid versus Disguised. Like, let's go for your 12th straight win. One more and you'll rank up. OWCS. So, as we come back to the commentary booth with Bald Hyper, what were your thoughts on map number 1? Right. Right, and to that extent, I wanna expand on that a little bit, because you made a great point about the vendetta being utilized in such a more aggressive fashion by SSG, right? And I mean that's very true. The way we saw Ryan kind of use that vendetta on second point after first fight was lost, we saw Ryan make that switch to the vendetta and not look the most comfortable on it, but still playing it nonetheless. And we will have our next map coming up here. I mean, putting up a good map, a good fight nonetheless. We will have our next map come up here of Esperanza. I don't know. Still, it's been many years now, but we'll be headed to Esperanza here. Extinction's map pick. But to that extent, like we were saying, the vendetta looking good from SSG. We know it does. We know it do. But we also know that the Tracer from Ryan will be back on board. We know that the Diva, if not banned out, or if not a tank ban by Extinction, the Diva is probably going to get banned by SSG, which means the Zarya Vendetta comp will get played by SSG, which leaves Extinction. You either ban the Vendetta or you ban out a tank. Those are really your two only options. You could go for a Kyrie or a Lucio ban, like we saw Extinction go for yesterday, to try and halt the momentum, and that they actually will do. I was just about to say, you could go for a Lucio ban to try and reduce the effectiveness of like a Zarya Vendetta composition, as no Lucio means very limited speed engagements, very limited tempo control. You would have a Juno, you could have a Sim TP, but when you have a Sim TP, you wouldn't necessarily want a Vendetta with that. I'm pretty sure it's Esperanza, but I still just say it incorrectly, kind of, because it's funny a little bit. But it will be that Lucio ban as SSG await and discuss what their ban will be. I do like this ban And like we were talking about pre-game, the Sojourn being banned out now by the side of Spacestation Gaming. It will be the Lucio and the Sojourn ban on Esperanza Extinction's map pick and first ban. As we head to map number 2, we will be seeing both of these teams duke it out once again. Now the Diva's still going to be in play. The Vendetta's still in play. So it will come down to these supports. And we know Admiral, I think most known for his Lucio. UV most known probably for, honestly, Ana. But we know that both of these teams, their support lineups, very versatile. So it is not surprising to me. Pardon me. It's not surprising to me that SSG is going to be running out on the Zarya Vendetta comp still, but with the Juno Brig, forcing out a bit more brawl. It keeps Ryan's Tracer in check. And with the Sojourn ban, it forces PDK over to the Imre. Sniper will be staying on that Diva, and the Juno Kiri will be put into play by Extinction. Sugar Free immediately stepping up to the plate, batter up, sending Sugar Free into the thick of it, looking to find anything that they can get, any extra damage, any forcing out. This initial push is going to be vital as that bubble gets used onto Sugar Free. Sugar Free looks to take height, but it is forced out. But like we were saying, this initial push is going to be vital. Sniper looks to go for in and out, but immediately the boop is there from Admiral, the whip shot, as Ryan takes the angle. The one-man army, as we know him as, takes the angle and tries to find that backline, trying to force out that backline. Sniper getting punished out, forced out by Lethal, by Admiral. Lethal falls to 1 HP. Sniper forced out of mech so early and down and out as Ryan falls as well. This is going to be a rough composition to play against, especially in a snowball scenario against SSG. SSG's comp, I mean, when you don't have to use abilities to engage, as I'm assuming the issue is Ryan or PDK was just standing still there. And if so, if PDK was still standing still there and it was Hawk who just stood there and wasn't shooting at him because he knew something was wrong, that's really genuinely like mad respect. You know what? Yeah, let's go back to the caster cam here. Is it? If I do this, what happens? Oh, nothing. Okay. But I mean, like we were saying, once that early engage comes out from the side of SSG, that space is taken and that space is held onto, it's going to be extremely tough for the rest of the Extinction squad to find their bearings, to find a push, to find aggression. Spacestation do actually give them space, because now to close the distance, Extinction has to use cooldowns. Whereas SSG, they just get to sit here. They've just capped first point. The butt scratch happens. They get to play slow. PDK, though, goes for that ultimate incredibly early. Looks to find over the roof, but scuffed will fall. Lethal falls to 1 HP, but no third heavy round to come out from PDK. And Sniper and PDK both will fall as UV's ultimate rains down heavy fire with the assistance of Lethal. But that will be first cap and more from Spacestation Gaming as they continue to push cart past the 67 mark, past the 69 part, past the 65 mark. As the ult used now early from Lethal, Sniper over to the Zarya, but alone on this off angle. Looks to get punished, looks to get forced out. Another heavy round to come out, not finding much though. Ryan in the back line being a nuisance as Ryan does. The sticky comes out, not able to find anything. The grab from Hawk comes out as Lethal takes down Ryan in the back line. The ult from Admiral to keep the rest of this Extinction squad in check as they walk with Grapes' ultimate. Now the follow-up ult by Scuff is used, but Lethal takes down PDK on down, right down main rather. Now Ryan making their comeback, but Lethal on the off angle. It will be just the hard walk now from the likes of SSG, and SSG storming their way through this Esperanza map. 0 meters so far on the board for Extinction, struggling a little bit, especially still playing this Juno Kiri. A Sniper gets slammed out of the sky. It'll have to be a last-ditch effort touch by members of Extinction to prevent the full cap here, but who can do it with Ryan dropping and nobody? And good God, that might be the hardest second map, the fastest push, the hardest push, the biggest gaping gap, or what am I, hello? The biggest gap of a push map I might have ever seen in professional Overwatch play. That makes me very sad. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, for Scuffed and Grapes, 1 death and 0 elims across the board. You know, it's times like this where we can never give in, never give up. Is that technically a 2-0 or a 3-0 question? Because there are only 2 points, right? But if someone pushes it further, then it's considered a 1-0 win. Like if no one caps anything, but one team just pushes it further than the other. What I'm asking is, what do I put down on the board here? What do I put down on the board? We'll put down a 3-0. We'll call it a day. Okay. According to their thing, it's a 1-0. It's a full push to 0. But wow. That was, I mean, that was just dominance. That was just dominance. The map picked by Extinction. I'd be curious to know how long that map lasted. If we go back in time here. About 6 minutes. Maybe less. Okay, I'm actually going back in time here. We're going back to see. Three minutes. Tres. What's 38 in Spanish? Treinta y ocho. What's 38 in Spanish? 38, I think. Yes, 38. 3:38. Ay caramba. But we will be headed to the next map of Suravasa. We will be headed to Suravasa. Ain't that ocho? It's like 30 and 8. And I believe it stops doing that at some point in time. It turns into like all one word later on. After 90, is it? Or 80? I don't remember, bro. It's been so long. But nevertheless, the bans are in. Extinction with their first ban, banning out the Vendetta, and SSG, well, I think we know where they're at. I think we know where their head's at. A Nothing Burger tank ban by SSG. It does two things, three things actually. One, just BM. It's just BM. Two, removes a tank from the allotted pool of allowed tank bans. And three, it makes it so that they don't have to ban out a Zarya or a Diva. They can stick to whatever they want and they can just play Overwatch. It is mostly the BM. It's mostly BM. Because like, unless SSG has like a comp that you would just never believe that they're about to take out. That is just like, you play a queen into it and holy cinema. What? Match point for Extinction. The BM does have kind of that part to play of like, hey, we just think that we don't even need to worry about banning anything from you. We think you are just not good enough, so we'll just do a Nothing Burger ban. The crossover is like, they banned the Tracer, they banned the Sojourn. Now Extinction get to play their game. SSG get to play their game without the Vendetta, though, crucially, as Sugar Free is going to be sticking to this Symmetra as Lethal stays on the Imre. So it'll be a slight different look from SSG, and we'll see how Extinction can utilize no Vendetta on the field of play to their advantage. The TP comes in early, but no one takes it. I take that back. Hawk did take it, but is getting electrocuted in the chair right now. But Admiral electrocutes Sniper in the chair as well. As Sniper taken out early, and Extinction just forced to kite. It is difficult to engage against a Symmetra as a Diva, as a Tracer. That is true. But it's definitely going to be a bit easier for Extinction rather than the Vendetta comp being able to be played out in the open by SSG. So Sugar Free looks to put pressure on Sniper. Sniper grabs the Mega, just playing it slow, playing their game. As now it'll be Hawk, no boosters, Sniper, no boosters. Both Divas looking to maintain and for that push and pull of position. The TP gets put down and the Suzu gets utilized across all of SSG just to keep everyone fresh. The ult online from Lethal for this next engagement, whenever it may come from Extinction, as Ryan gets taken out. The mini gets used by Sniper, but Sniper running down to nothing land as SSG kind of just showing up and not needing to do much else. Extinction just being shut down at every angle at the moment. Truthfully, it is quite unfortunate. Not the best of looks for the side of Extinction, but down but not out. Ultimate's coming online. Grapes has that ult advantage on Admiral, but doesn't have it online just yet to counter this Lethal ult. But Extinction is split right now. Extinction is split. Grapes and PDK stuck on the opposing side of the map. And look at SSG as they just look to run them down. Grapes will look to try and save them, but Sniper will be there as well to assist. And it could be SSG's time wasted. Perhaps. Maybe this was all planned out. As first cap will look to go in favor of Extinction here. The TP comes out, but not in time to prevent that first cap. Sniper falls to half HP, loses all of their armor, forced to kite back hard to assist in Hawk's advance, and point will flip back in favor, or rather, for the first time this point, in favor of SSG. That wall putting so much pressure on Spacestation Gaming, and Hawk forced out of mech, forced to use that ultimate. The remech is going to be granted as Grapes gets taken down. No beat online for Extinction, as PDK will be soon to follow. And although the Kirikos trade those ultimates, it won't be so lucky. For Grapes, falling means no beat. Pardon me. Grapes falling means no beat. So we're gonna have to see a bit of some hero plays now from Extinction. We know what Ryan is capable of, but Spacestation Gaming also know what Ryan is capable of. Same goes for Sniper, PDK, Scuffed Grapes. Every single one of these Extinction members being kept in line, being forced in line with that TP beat engage. Oh my god, that hurt my ears so badly. I turned up my volume on accident. The ult now, the point flips just for a moment in favor of Extinction, but back in favor of SSG now. But Scuff does take down the baby diva of Hawk, who got demeched during Sniper's ultimate. PDK goes for the ultimate, finds one in lethal, but gets taken down by UV. Now UV finding a second onto Scuffed, looking for more, unable to keep Sugar Free up because of that defense matrix by Sniper, as Sniper takes down another. And now Ryan makes the pick happen onto Admiral. It'll just be Hawk left on this point, as Lethal does make their way back on the Tracer as they look to clean up this point. The bomb being used by Hawk as they dub it still winnable, but the remech is going to be there. Now Lethal does get taken out, but the symbol is there to be played. It looks like Extinction looking to play this left side as the Sticky comes out, not able to find anything, only finds the wall. The ult now from UV as Ryan gets taken out. Point still in favor of Spacestation Gaming, and good god, not a single point lost. Not a single wow, good lord. SSG not losing point that entire duration of that fight. Extinction just struggling to find their footing on any of their map picks so far, except for Lijiang, which we saw them take some fights in. But I mean, these last two maps have just been absolute Space Station dominance. As now Hawk looks to engage early, goes fast. Hawk finding that pick onto PDK. Both Kirikos of Scuffed utilizes the Kiriko ultimate, but Admiral uses the beat in favor, and it will result in SSG taking that first capture of what could be map and match point for SSG. Admiral utilizing the beat there means that Grapes has this ult online for whenever they might need it, and that they might just try to go early with, and that they do exactly, as every single one of Extinction it lands. But now Extinction struggle to find the follow-up. SSG kited so well to get out. Hawk on point, forced to use the bomb, unable to escape. But now Sniper forced to use the bomb as well. Sniper getting pressured out. The pulse bomb will get thrown down, but it won't be used as Sniper gets Hawk with the remech, or excuse me, with the bomb. Forces Hawk out, and Ryan will be able to find Sugar Free and the follow-up onto Grapes, and a third onto Admiral. Ryan comes alive when Extinction needed him most. Grapes does fall towards the end of that fight, and that will mean that Extinction will be unable to press their advantage, to press up, to play aggressive here. But they are not out of this yet. UV has that ultimate online. Admiral will have that beat online sooner than Extinction, so it will be a tough cookie to crack here as the wall comes out from Sugar Free, but just a little too far out of the way, as Extinction able to just kite it out, play slow, but taking a big risk here, giving up so much of this point presence. The ult comes all the way around the rotation from PDK as Hawk now stuck in this back line, now goes for that rollout, but someone has to touch as PDK gets stuck being booped inwards. Grapes now to follow his UV ult just gets so much value. Grapes, or Admiral's B, able to assist the rest of SSG in cleaning up, and with Ryan falling, that will be all she wrote as SSG take the map and take the match as Extinction. I mean, oof. We knew it would be a tough series. We knew it would be a very, very, very tough and heroic Hercules effort for Extinction to pull out the win here, but for maps 2 and 3, that was a bit devastating. Extinction winning 0 fights on map 2, the push map ending at 3 minutes 38 seconds. Extinction winning, I believe, 2 fights, 1 maybe 2 fights on Suravasa. Oof. Oof. But the 3-0 for Spacestation Gaming, it does put Extinction in a tough position for their OWCS hopes and what it would mean to get, I believe, top 2 is not they're not able to get top 2 anymore, I believe. I don't think they can get top 2 anymore. Yeah, I don't think they can get top 2 anymore. But we can actually look here. Yes, they cannot. The top that does lock out top 2 of Spacestation Gaming and Dallas Fuel have both locked their spot into the Champions Clash, as well as in a stage 2. However, spots 3 and 4 are still up for grabs. It would be preferred that Team Liquid loses 0 and 3, because that would boop Extinction up into that top 3. So we are hoping for a disguised win here, but I think that will be even with how sketchy Liquid has been looking, I think that will be tough. I think that will be a bit tough. But the final and the next match of the day will be coming up here shortly. Disguised versus Team Liquid. I won't be casting it. We'll be going back to co-streaming it, but we're not going anywhere. I'm still gonna be here. Look, it's gonna be simple as this. Ready? Bang. Wait, I actually have something. No, we can leave it at this for now. But yeah, definitely a little rough there. Signs of life on Lijiang, but really not so much, unfortunately, for the other side of the story. All right. There's how it all cracks up at the moment. So yeah, if Liquid were to lose 0 and 3 against Disguised, wait, no, Disguised would take. They would have
From
a.
Spacestation Gaming on the line for you guys. Welcome,
Why is
Christopher,
she
to the
only in
show,
my
and
left ear?
congratulations on your cementing that.
Okay, I do have to hide this for just a moment. Go here, go here. Refresh this.
Good as
All right, there we go. So, I'm curious about this interview actually.
I mean, I don't think they're bad. I think they're better than I ever expected them to be at the start of the season. I think they have like pretty unique strengths and weaknesses, which is why I think most teams don't like to play against them. But yeah, I don't think they're that good.
You don't think that? All right, okay. Well, I do want to ask you about kind of the comps. You classically bring the sim virus wherever you go. The Symmetra play from Sugar Free, it looks great. I don't think any other team in NA right now can kind of replicate that. Is that something that you think right now is particularly strong, or is it just kind of like another flavor of the meta right now?
I think it's part of the meta. I mean, I think what we played this week was probably closer to our full strength in terms of being able to play across all the metas. Like I think last week we'd spent a lot of time learning the sim comp, but we hadn't figured out like the Vendetta comp, whereas I think we kind of had a breakthrough this week with that comp too. So I think we now are quite comfortable to play what's good, where it's good, makes the draft a little bit easier. But I think in general, like that was a big goal for us as a team. Was, you know, last season we were pretty good, but we felt like we were perhaps limited in terms of if we couldn't play Lucio Kiri and we couldn't play Diva plus Tracer, we were really beatable. Whereas I think this season we've been able to basically win on every hero imaginable, which I think hopefully gives us, will be harder to play against internationally than we were last year.
Chris, I want to maybe try and squeeze in a couple of different questions here, but first of all, like this week's performance compared to last week, pretty big turnaround because you went to map 5 against Disguise. This time you just flattened Extinction in the speedrun. So like, what are some of the differences between last week's performance, considering how close that DSG game was compared to this week, and also considering that Dallas also went to 5 against Lunex, you guys just feel like you're way ahead of Dallas now, that they struggle in their game and you just completely flattened Extinction in your game?
I think, to be fair to Dallas, I think that roster is like so hard to win 3-0. You know, like they rely on winning the big maps and winning the Lucio ban, but I think most teams have like the strengths on the push and the flashpoint. So I don't think them winning 3-2 means they're not strong. It's just that roster's kind of designed to win 3-2, if that makes sense. Like next week when we play them, it'll probably be 3-2 one way or the other, you know, because there's like strengths and weaknesses. In terms of the differences, to be honest with you, I think even last week, I think we probably could have won DSG 3-0. I think we probably we were maybe overconfident with our scrim results that we could just pick any bunch of random heroes and they could work, and then we kind of felt, especially on Atlas, that we had like a really bad meta read. But I think the main thing probably is what I said before, you know, like all of a sudden I don't think we played a single minute of Vendetta last week, whereas now that like teams are gonna have to ban it against us and stuff. So I think it makes us a harder team to play against.
And I kind of want to broaden this question pool, I guess, now to interregional matchups, with the fact that playoffs will be happening and then we're going to be heading into Champions Clash. And now that we're in week 2, we've seen a lot more of how the meta has been developing across all of the different regions. What clash do you think between regional metas will be the most interesting to watch?
I want to start watching other region metas.
I don't know really. I think that the most fun to watch will still just be how TM do against the Korean teams, to see if they're still miles ahead of them or if there's been a catch-up. Maybe seeing how, like, I would love to watch TM versus Zeta Division. That would actually be the most fun to watch, because I'd love to see how they handle all of the annoying...
Maybe we'll go back and watch some if we have time.
But yeah, apart from that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody's kind of got that question on their minds. Is TM still like super far ahead? How do you expect other regions like China to do in international competition?
I don't expect them to do that well. Like, my feeling is, I guess if you had to bet on a winner, it would be one of the top 2 Korean teams or TM. Like, they're presumably still like a level above, and then I guess we're kind of hoping if we can learn how to communicate like a real team, we can kind of get up there. That would be our goal.
Do you have any expectations on how you see the rest of North America top 4 rounding out? Obviously, you guys and Dallas feel the hard favorites. Who do you think are the other 2 teams that will join you in the playoffs?
I guess if I had to bet, I'd probably go Lunex and Liquid to make the top 4. I think Liquid are probably, every week they'll get better. I don't know if it's ever possible for them to get top 2 good given the circumstances, but
Well, they literally can't.
Well, I'm quite looking forward to watching the next game, to be honest with you. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how that one's going to go.
Yeah, I think we're all excited to see like DSG versus Team Liquid go the distance in our last matchup of this weekend. But before I send you off, I also wanted to ask if I know that you also just like mentioned, okay, it'll be cool to see like Zeta playing up against Twisted Minds, but what international teams did you really want to face up against heading into Champions Clash?
Your Silver 2 console support. Do you think you could 1v5 SSG?
It probably is TF,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah.
I quite like to play them.
If they all don't have monitors, headphones, or
as of right
mice.
now, we'd win. But you know, to beat the best, you gotta beat the best. That's what they say, I think.
Yeah, and regardless, it'd be like an amazing experience too, right? To be playing up against that team as well. Thank you so much for joining us for this interview, Christopher. And again, congratulations on your win in cementing that spot here in playoffs. I wish you the best in the rest of your matches here for the regular season.
Thank you.
Well, we got to hear a lot from Christopher here from Spacestation Gaming, but now we got to lock back in on these standings. We had a little bit of a conversation about it already, Avril, but it does sound like Spacestation Gaming and Christopher are feeling very confident about how they're placing, and he had a little bit of a different take, I guess, up for when it comes down to Dallas Fuel. So how the maps go when that series comes along is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the disrespect happens inside of the game itself, but outside the game, I like that Chris was giving the props over to Dallas, saying, you know what, 3-2, maybe not super unexpected. He's even saying the next week's game, possibly a 3-2 between themselves and also Dallas Fuel as well. So I look forward to that one because I think that is going to be the hot game. That'll be the big test for everybody.
Yeah, I think the competition as well just gets so close, considering how many teams we have as well. Only 6, right? So like this was kind of what everybody expected the games to be, super back and forth. So yeah, looking forward to next week. For them, it should be a good one. I'm hoping the next series isn't as quick, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose.
Well, we're definitely hoping and expecting DSG versus Team Liquid to be a closer affair. But
What's
after
8
a
times
quick
3?
3-0 sweep here for SSG up against
8,
Extinction, we've also got a
16,
quick break coming in for you guys. But
24.
don't leave just yet. During your break, actually,
Don't know why
stay
that took me
tuned
so long.
here on Twitch and YouTube just to make sure that you can continue to get your hours in here for all of these little prizes and drops. Again, you have the 1 hour for the Adventure Calls icon, 3 hours for the Battle Pass tier skip, 5 hours for an Adventure Calls spray, 7 hours for a Battle Pass tier skip, and 10 hours for an Adventure Calls name card. I'm getting tongue-tied over here. And then you got 12 hours for another VP tier skip and 15 hours for that coveted esports loot box. And don't forget that you need to have your Battle.net accounts connected to your Twitch and YouTube to be able to get these drops as well. So if you haven't done that, do that during this break, and we'll be back soon with our next matchup, DSG versus TL.
All right, one more match of the day. One more match of the day. Oh man. Deal 8 damage twice. But I really want to. Oh man. Wait, I just kill. What am I overthinking so much for? First hand you draw each combat's upgraded. That's big. Some draw would be nice. Primal Force could be funny. Let's go some draw. We have 40 health. We're against Phantom. As much as I think Bloodletting or 1-2 punch upgrade would go hard here, I think health is more important here. You know what? We don't need health where we're going. We don't need it where we're going. It does suck that this whole thing, though. That does, I'll say. This hand sucks. I should have rested. That's probably a wrap for this one, eh? Yeah, I should have just rested. I forgot about the slippery thing. Okay, we've got something going now, though. Well, that is not what I meant. Chad, I think it's Jover. Unless we get the luckiest hand ever. We didn't. Yeah, it's over. We genuinely don't have enough. I could go bloodletting. What's on top? Okay, yeah. We can exhaust that. What? It's at the start of your turn, bro. Oh my god. We're just dead, by the way. I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, there's not. Unfortunate. Just gap them for real. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. My bad. I really want to get good at Ironclad. Transform one card, or should we just remove it? Let's transform it. Fight me. Okay, sure. If I went for a heal there, maybe it would have been doable, but what can you do? All right, let's do this. Dude, this is just, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Bloodletting. We'll go left. What's up, big guy? What do we get here? Retain your hand or choose one of 3 attacks from another character to add into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Yes, please. That's awesome, actually. I think we can kill. I'm not gonna count.
Welcome back, everyone, to OWCS NA. We've got our final match here for week 2, and it's going to be Team Liquid versus Disguised. And talking a little bit about this Disguised team here, they had a tough start. They played against the 2 best teams within the NA region, Avril, to kick off their schedule. But yesterday's match, that loss up against Extinction, being an 0-3 for them, I think caught us by surprise.
And now, you know, people wondering, wait a minute, this Extinction team that DSG couldn't get a single map off just got...
What do you mean evoke all orbs?
The same space station.
Sunder is huge.
So it's a really weird cycle we're looking at here. It's quite confusing where you're thinking, okay, we've seen some good potential out of DSG. Where and when is it going to start showing? Because you would have thought yesterday would have been that time. I've been saying for quite a while now that this team is due for a win. When is that going to happen? Because they're at risk of maybe exiting stage 1 with no wins.
Gain 2 max HP, take 3 damage, or heal 10.
Like, you can't come back from that. It's going to be impossible. And their map diff is not exactly pretty. It's sitting at a -6 coming into this.
I don't really want to.
Yeah, you talking about them needing a win, but it also has to be clean if they want to keep their chances as high as possible to make it into playoffs. When it comes down to this Disguised roster as well, Avril, I think that we saw some interesting combos
Channel 2
that
glass,
they were, you know, attempting in yesterday's matchup with the jetpack capacity, and those are things that we don't really
Bro, that's so funny looking
from this team heading into today, at least. Not the kinds of risks that you can be measuring up against a team.
Give me refract.
We want to see it when it works, but we don't want to see it when it's kind of just trite and overly forced. And sadly, we got a little bit of both of that yesterday. We saw moments where it did work and then moments where it was absolutely just way too forced. And the thing about DSG is,
I just don't like any of those, bro.
Maybe you would have thought at one point that could have been a good win for
them. Do I want to
Lunex
upgrade any of these? What does this one upgrade to?
They can take it up against Dallas Field, top 2 in the
I know,
region,
it changes it to upgrading.
Say Disguise could walk away from stage 1 with no wins. Like, that's a serious thing that could happen. So I don't know if they can lock in within the 24-hour.
We can upgrade Bloodletting.
If there was a world,
let's do that. Let's upgrade Bloodletting.
Yeah, it's just not enough time. Sorry, Ash.
No, you're good. It's definitely a tall task to have to overcome here for Disguise. But now, talking a little bit about the Team Liquid that they're going to be facing up against.
What?
Are currently 1-1 within their standings, but they do have that negative map differential. So we were just talking about how important every single
I lose focus. My orbs. Oh no.
Disguise. It's the same story here for TL if they want to
hits an additional time for each time you lost HP this combat.
Jaws,
that could be good if I had more damage.
For this team,
I think we'll just go Whirlwind.
about it a bit yesterday.
And then we just upgrade Whirlwind.
We were wondering what he was going to look like not on the Curie, being on that Juno, and then also bringing in Kaluj instead of Infected in yesterday's matchup, Jaws.
Yeah, I was excited to actually see Kaluj pop off a little bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, against the Dallas Field, like, that's so
this fucking guy, man.
I think with how TL are looking here, they not only do they need the win,
he just takes my money and we're against the skulking fella, bro.
That's gonna be the last match of the season. Oh, the regular season, sorry. And then they're facing Lunex. So, like,
oh my god, I'm so brain dead.
3-0 is ideal.
Give me something that can give me block, please.
And if you do get a 3-0 here, I think they're pretty safe for top 4.
Oh my god, none of this is blocked.
Hopefully that is the case, and especially if they can make a statement and have a clean win at that to get out of that negative map differential. But talking about our predictions now, I ended up going with Team Liquid. I feel like when we saw some of those moments,
I've already kind of talked about this guy. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna run some ads from pre-rolls off. If you want to miss the ads, you could subscribe or you could tank them. Either way, I
question the direction that Disguise were going for when it came down to their gameplay. And I'd like
wait, this is the one I added, and it's just random cards.
But man, Team Liquid, Tree was popping off yesterday. If he can continue that performance, Jaws, I feel like they got it in the bag.
Yeah, I went with the same. I don't know if Disguise can pull out the win. I think
Build
they got
damage all
like,
hang
kind of
cards.
locked themselves on Rialto, where like
What does
they
that mean? All
refused to kind
hang
of
cards?
swap the comp from the cat cast.
All hang
to,
steel.
like,
What does that
anything
mean?
else. So yeah, it's tough for me to vote against Team Liquid. Although if today is anything to go by, you know, especially that first series, maybe it's going to be closer. But I still have faith in TL.
Both teams had a bit of a rough game yesterday. I'm still going to back TL though, and for the reason that if it does get into a bit of a chaotic, messy game, I kind of trust the core pieces on Team Liquid to have a bit more consistency. We saw amazing moments of brilliance from Tree yesterday. I think Zero is capable more as well. There was a bit of a quiet game from Zero, but if Zero also steps up and gets a really massive locking game, it's a scary lineup to go against, even considering the moving parts we talk about on Team Liquid. Just haven't seen enough of those magic moments from DSG in comparison.
Completely fair. It's going to be an important matchup for both Disguised and Team Liquid. Every single map counts for both of these teams, especially for a Disguised that are starting off on that back foot being 0-3. We got to see if they're going to take it the distance or if one of them will make it clean. Let's get straight into it. Jaws, Avril, you got it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ash. I think the audience are kind of with us here too. 75% voting for TL.
All right.
25
It's match time.
A little bit higher than some of our other games today. So yeah, we'll see if the audience has got our backs as well. Lee Shang Tower's going to be the first one.
I'm going to come out the gate and say that I want to see Rocket on not Symmetra today. I don't think that DSG
Farah ban
are
and a
currently
Lucio ban.
playing at the level
Both of
required to
which
make
are
Symmetra work.
understandable.
If you look at what SSG through Sugar Free, through Christopher are able to achieve in terms of how they can play the Symmetra, to the point where they're even saying, look, we are basically the Symmetra team of the region, but we don't need anymore. I think for DSG, they need to not try and be baby SSG. They need to look at where their strengths are, and Rocket's strengths, not on Symmetra. He needs to be playing more along the sides of his Tracer, of his even Vendetta, things that he has been traditionally good at. You want to put Rocket in a position to succeed. You already know that PGE can have some good moments on the M-Ray, so that part is clear. Now, put both your DPSs in the strongest position possible, you'll have a better time.
Yeah, I wouldn't see PG kind of pop off too on the M-Ray has been very good for him. I think with Tread and Kaluge facing up as well, like, you know, Kaluge getting a lot more playtime than I kind of initially expected.
Oh, Kaluge is in again.
This perma start.
They aren't giving up on it.
Only for
My fault. I thought they would.
I
thought they'd give up on it.
Winston is banned, so yeah, it's nice to see Kaluge in on the action too.
We still have, you know, question marks about Escanor. Obviously, the hero pool for Escanor opened up a lot yesterday. Previously, he'd only been playing the Kiriko for this team. Then we started to see some of the other picks come on through, even the BAP. Trying to remember the other one. There was one other pick that was being
I'm locked in now.
shown yesterday, but his hero pool certainly started to expand a little bit.
All
The
right.
Lucio ban to me is perhaps a little bit of a protect onto Escanor's Kiriko, so look out for a disguised Kiriko ban a little bit later on. But for now, Ofara, Rocket starting out on the Vendetta, backed by Tread on the Zarya.
These guys aren't even playing a Kiriko right now either. They're playing the
Wait, yeah, what?
Rig. Surprised to not see.
I mean, I guess if you want to
but
keep
you
pace.
speed,
It's the
to be
comp
fair
we just
for
saw. It's
Zarya.
the comp that we just saw SSG play on the Esperanza, right? It's Juno Brig for the Brawl factor with the Zarya that then backs up the Vendetta. So SSG was really good on this comp. I like this comp a lot. I actually think it's a good pick.
I'm not gonna lie. I really like
speaking
SSG's
of
thought
Vendetta,
process
Rocky
going in.
getting,
Or sorry,
a little bit of work
Disguise
done
thought
against
process
Kaluge.
with this comp
Got a bit
against
so frustrating with
Liquid
Leader, actually.
and like what Liquid has been
Wanted
playing.
The Vendetta it just does so much damage, especially with the overhead crit. Like it's speaking of which, like just that kind of point proven.
Kaluge already Baby Diva form, already taken out of the server as well. Liquid pulling aside pretty quickly in this opening. Disguised. Happy with how this opening approach has looked so far. Clean gameplay, no mistakes. Punishing Kaluge.
Yeah, good early fight win too for Disguise. Decent ult charge on the supports too. I mean, Scar's already 75% towards the right.
Vega looking over towards Tidal Blast pretty
Oh,
soon.
what a stick!
Stick from Zera.
That's what I said,
and
Jaws.
just like that, fight over pretty much. Not sure if you're a Disguise that you want to invest anything. Nope, absolutely not.
Just shying away from a couple of the ultimates as well. Wonder if Tread had a bubble available, probably not to save PG, otherwise that would have been one of the ways you buy yourself back in. But Zero stepping up and delivering that opening kill is exactly what I'm talking about. I need to see more moments like that from Zero, who was a bit quiet yesterday. Now looking over towards Vega, who has first ult on his team. Vega on the wheel, likely because the read from TL was that Rocket was going to start Symmetra. So wheel plays pretty well to that, but time being. It's the Sky is trying to not take too much damage, and they're taking a lot.
Yeah, taking way too much than they can handle. Really nice Wu Yang ult from Vega. But to be fair, they took so much initial damage just on the cross from Tree. That fight was over before the Wu Yang ult really meant anything.
I don't know who we need to win.
TL now more than catching up.
I think we need the Skies to take maps, but Team Liquid to win.
This retake. Sky has to be the one you're looking towards with Orbital Ray first and foremost. PGE always good on those overrides. We saw what he did on Legion yesterday on the overrides.
But if the Skies to win, they're probably, I mean, they just have to lose their next few games, and that's us net positive.
Already over the top is Tree, looking for that kill onto PGE of all people. Oh no, and Zera is so deep into the backline, punish the Sky for going so low. There is going to be a rally to force themselves out of the choke point here, with PGE taking to the Skies with an override protocol of his own. Escanor first one to fall here on the side of Team Liquid as PGE just wraps to the point, taking to the Skies and almost hitting the Skyboxes. Disguise actually gets the flip.
And a perfect kill to Escanor as well, because Escanor has the key ultimate that would have turned things around, potentially for TL. Backed by the rally, Lep allows the DSG to get point control fully. They'll be able to equalize now 67 per side. As the Tread ultimate for the grab comes through next. Kaluj in position to potentially look for an eat.
Ooh. GP away. Tread's doing so much damage. Look at this bully onto Kaluj. Has to get out. Rush is going to get popped from the high ground here, but the Graviton Surge is going to be good.
I'm honestly genuinely surprised why Liquid hasn't.
There is just so good to defend against it.
Why Liquid didn't insta-swap to Zarya's in.
They're not going to get any
Even though they just want to play the Kiri Wu Yang, I guess, because there's no Lucio, so Escanor is useless.
Two players got grabbed, but the Suzy was amazing, and no deaths on that grab at all. TL outplayed two ultimates.
All the rate, to be fair. And now Rocket's under a lot of trouble. Sundering Veil available. PG all with an early kill onto Escanor. Traded though by Tree as the point comes in for Team Liquid. And now Tread, without any bubbles, still got a lot of health, can just run over Kalush. Sundering Blade from Rocket as well. Scats the point. This could be a flip from Disguise, and it is. Team Liquid needs to get back in here as overtime is in session. Yeah, got it. Oh, it's good though. It's amazing from Zera. Is going to be able to smack down one of these tanks. They're also low and
what was that? Why did Lep bash in? What the hell? Why did he do that?
Zera, but the damage has been done. Team Liquid win the fight and win the cap.
Amazing patience shown by Liquid there, waiting for his moment. Vega has Tidal Blast just coming online. Zera getting quite low, but clearly in an aggressive position to receive the bubble, push it directly into the back line of DSG and claiming those kills. And the double 99s coming through. Tread for the final fight, going over towards the Diva. Obviously no ultimate available. Maybe it's just a little bit better neutral play. And that's an Rocket onto Rocket. No touch.
Oh, no touch either. Yeah, because Rocket is dead. Tread so close. You can see the final frame here.
So no touch
on the point, but
so no touch.
Escanor, hero.
When you need it the most as well. Escanor obviously, but 50-50 in terms of what he's able to deliver. Big shoes to fill in that position. Vega with perfect patience in the previous fight, setting Team Liquid up, and for that, 0 deaths as well. Like just what we saw with Admiral in our previous map, or match I should say, but on the starting map at Legion, 0 deaths on the main support. Making that Wu Yang work. We'll see if Vega stays on that. Like I said, it was mostly from my eyes, a choice from Vega.
I'm trying to block the ult onto the Zar, but couldn't turn in time. Or that, or just it's Lep and leave it at that.
Right now. Zero keeps his tracer performance up.
It was I just thought it was too late to do that. Like you shield off unless you have no packs.
It's gonna harass down Rocket here as well.
I don't know.
The triple orb just does so much damage. I mean, look at PG already. Like
Suzu Force already though.
This change up though from Disguise, going on the Cassidy instead stops that heavy engage from Zera.
Yeah, you got some better range to play with the Pink Foam cast on this particular round as well. Tread in a lot of trouble though. That has to be a back out from Disguise.
They got Tree though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
On his own right now on the point. Like you gotta punish this Vendetta somehow. You can't let him get away with a free kill. Early Suzu as well. This is go time for Rocket, just chasing down this Kiriko. Kiriko with no CDs. Gotta kill him. Gotta kill him.
Rocket just swanging. He just swanging his thing around, bro. He just swanging his sword around. He be doing shit, you know.
That was the first cap as well. After all the dust is settled, PGE still taking a bunch of damage, but they've locked up Team Liquid here. First all coming online from Lep's POV. It's been a very fast charge. You remember yesterday, Lep on Lucio was outpacing his competition. One of the bright points for DSG despite losing. So fast rally into the next fight.
Oh, Rocket, what a flank. Oh, yeah.
Bye,
Tread will go
Tree.
down. Right click from Tread. Nice
I
team up
love
there
the
from
pace and the
Rocket
tempo
Nazar.
Disguise has this time around.
Should be
I
trivial.
mean, their comp just should be better here, to be fair.
Okay, hang on. Zera doing a lot of damage. Kalush gets out, but actually, there's going to be a Tidal Blast for Vega. All that healing. 10%.
Just won't have it yet though, so just gonna spend just a couple more seconds.
Oh, that was kind of a awkward engage.
Forced to burn an ultimate earlier than they want, but with zero flanker, that's alleviated pressure. That means the spawn camp is no longer effective.
Tread?
Now.
They've not cleared it.
Tread's
They've not
treading
cleared
on,
Zera out of the backline.
on that. I don't know.
The Tracer players.
Goodbye,
Those that are
Skyle.
Skyle. I say both Tracer players, just one Zera. Ends up falling over, does Vega, unfortunately, to Rocket. Tread still standing up on the point, 100 energy or close to it, plus an ult coming up. Only a single rally for Disguised. I mean, this is a good lead.
I mean, Kalush dying there.
Yeah,
losing
Liquid
mech
used
and
so
not
much
being able
that
to
fight.
remake despite having the self-destruct is key in that particular engagement for DSG's favor. Escadron now with the key ult to push on forward, like he's playing into ground.
Override Protocol.
Gulp.
That's so much damage.
Oh,
Tree just runs
nice.
straight into it. Escanor, head taken clean
Escanaut.
off by the Sundering Blade. And Tread stepping past everybody in the fight too to try and fight the backline. Successful in his endeavor, at least for now. Tree on an off angle using that pistol for a little bit of extra mobility. But here comes the reflect from Disguise.
Still the Deadeye in play. If PGE can get into good position for that, it'll be strong. Kalush will have to draw his attention towards PGE. But Disguise onto the first 99%. TL no ultimates until Zera finds a pulse.
High Noon looking for a boop, something with this whip shot from Lep to push someone into PG's range. Doesn't end up getting it though, but the touch comes through for Zera. Extend this overtime is of paramount importance now. Zera with a pulse bomb could be the guy
nice
to
shot.
do it, but PG is already killed Tree.
And a
Straight to the
dink.
backline go PG.
Yo,
and
PGE
Fred.
still kind of got it,
Just
maybe?
a duo that is unstoppable right now on this point. Pulse bomb from Zera goes wide.
Hold that,
and,
I guess.
Well, that's going to be round over for Team Liquid. Disguise takes us to a third round on Li Zhang.
Excellent damage output by PGE and positioning aggressively to find those kills. A little bit risky, but
That was well
protected
played
by
from
his team.
Disguise.
Kalush,
Like I
entry there,
said, that
eventually losing mech,
that
but
map
PGE
is
getting
just
the
like
level of damage
it
and
just
kills he was able
screams
to
their
fight.
comp should win.
Seals the deal and closes the
But
door onto Team
this
Liquid's
map will be
second
interesting.
round. And at this point, Vega,
This map will be
Deathless
interesting.
run is over. He's still only just got the one, but Liquid falling away a little bit. This is a much better looking Disguise than what we saw yesterday. DSG coming into play versus the fumbling that we saw in yesterday's game. This is a better looking team already.
Happy with the step up here, I imagine. Disguise fans out there. All right, see them do it again. PGE still in the casting. I'm really liking this pick. I think it has managed to shut Zera down somewhat.
I'm sure they'll make one, in particular, Disguised fan extremely happy if DSG can win this map.
Of the bread variety, maybe.
One and only.
A bit of early damage.
It is cool that Disguise
Yeah, look at
toast.
this. I mean,
He
Zera
watch
can't
parties
really play
all
offense.
of
It's just so tough.
Disguise's
You're not only
games.
against the brick, but
It
you're
is
against
cool.
the cast too. I mean, it's just so
I mean,
tough.
it's like bare
What I'm
minimum,
saying,
but it's the only way you can make any money
and
back.
snipes the kill onto PG, but yeah, you're right, Avril. Mech is losing it at that point. Not good. Zera's creating space, but you got nothing to capitalize on it.
Lush, no remake either. Lep just forces him off the map. There is a trade though, Lep, for all of his efforts.
What?
Taken
My
down by
bad.
Vega. Disguise
What is my
still
Skyle
ahead of this
doing?
fight. I mean,
What is my Skyle doing?
Scarlet's getting the kill, just drifting over the chasm there, the little koi pond. Okay, Vega ends up going down. There's the cat for Disguised. Semblance of control now for the team.
Looking forward to seeing who's going to be early in terms of ultimates. Definitely not Kalush for how early was DMEC. No one's running away with it. Supports are
The
in
Ram?
check right now. Both teams roughly equal. Support ult charge, slight lead.
Okay.
Not by much.
I don't hate
Zera
it,
can do a good
honestly.
job of alleviating pressure again. Both
I
of
just
them
think that
flanks
even
with
though
both
you're
of them
playing
out, swapping
the comp that you're
over
playing, I
towards
think
the Ram.
Azario
Like,
might still
he's
be
not getting
better.
enough down on the diva. Just getting laser
You can
down
aggressively
onto Azario.
bubble in Zera.
Yeah, I really like the change, honestly.
Zera's dead.
There is a good trade if I ever did see one. Zera.
Okay, wait.
for
Lep and Skyle are both
Take
down
that
now.
any day of the week, and Kalush can now just sit on the point with almost immunity. Although saying that, Rocket is in the spawn. Okay,
There's
well,
no
that's not good.
DPS versus no support.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
both were
good luck
3v3 for a
now.
while.
You just gotta run. You just gotta run and gun. I mean, it's all good. I mean, Rocket is just doing Lord's work, and it's
Dude,
just
Rocket-
the team currently for Disguise.
Rocket's similar to Extinction and Zomba. They're players that have like they should have been on the radar of some of these better teams a bit more.
Which is why I wanted to see him away. You want to put him on a carry.
I don't know how they're not on the radar of some of these teams. They've been around and they've been fucking cooking for a while now.
No DPS in that fight, and then no support can actually work.
Uh-oh, gotta watch out. PG already pretty low. Dashing towards the front line. Bubble explodes, but unfortunately no one is knocked down. Backline pretty low though. The rush gets popped
Brother,
on the
it's a
point.
Cassidy with no
so it's like
roll.
grab and considering play.
Come on, man.
At this very moment in time, as both support ultimates also thrown in. Every single ult from Disguise popped in that fight. And of course, they come out on top.
It really was
One
5
last
ults.
reset. Has to be a quick one as well. Not a lot of time left to do anything. PG surviving the entire
Zira
fight
has to
without
touch.
critical HP at one point, and while that was happening, Rocket just carried the team.
Zira got found.
Every single
Zira.
ultimate they completely cleaned out. Zira for the touch.
Yes, Zera's getting forced out here. Forced
Kalush
recall already.
gets the
Forced
touch.
It's going to be Kalush at the end of the day with the Nemesis performance. He runs onto the point. Still, though, with 10% towards the ult, he needs to build it up to survive. There is no support ultimates on either side. In fact, they're flat 0 for anybody except for Kalush in the moment. A flashbang round the corner
again.
kills Zera. Easy headshot. PGE on fire as overtime is starting to tick down. Kalush has got that final lifeline now in the Annihilation. Pops the Nemesis form straight into it to get the refresh of the armor, but instantly gets deleted by Skyler and the rest of the gang. PGE ends up falling short, but Disguise have just gone and done it. Team Liquid fall on Lijiang.
The fastest you've ever seen a Ramatra die in the middle of Annihilation. Typically,
Well, I mean, he was
they
quite-
feel quite invincible in those moments, but not for Kalush, who wasn't having a great time on the Diva. Didn't seem to have that much better time, unfortunately, on the Ramatra, but who was having an amazing time? Rocket on the Vendetta, PGE on the Cass. Every single time you're seeing these names popping up on the kill feed, finding these critical kills up against players like Tree as well, who yesterday was having a lights-out performance in his match, but today so far, Tree having a quiet one. Zera having some better moments, what we wanted to see out of Zera. But for Rocket, an even better day. Rocket, who was invisible in yesterday's game, now in the lead and one of the key pieces for Disguise as they take away their first opening map.
PGE and Rocket, that whole last round, just domination. I mean, Rocket, bro, was jumping towards the spawn of Team Liquid and killing the backline.
It was electric.
With no bubbles,
I cannot
too,
lie.
'cause, Trev was like on the point. Maybe he got one bubble to like engage, but that was really it. Bro was just soloing them in the spawn. Beautiful stuff from Disguise already. It's not a 3-0 in Team Liquid's favor here.
No.
At least it's still looking like Disguise have something in their back pocket, and they need this win. They need it. They are 0-3 right now in the standings. They are last place.
I mean, I was, tuning into my favorite streamer, Disguise Toast, yesterday, and he said one of the funniest timelines would be if Team Liquid lost this and also got relegated. But this kind of performance, if DSG can keep this up and they beat Team Liquid here, DSG have a real shot at maybe getting through, finishing with a 2-3 record, forcing a tiebreaker, squeezing into the top 4, and maybe putting Team Liquid into the bin, because that was really good. Team Liquid, based on yesterday's gameplay, looked to be the far better team compared to DSG, especially with DSG's performance yesterday. The 24-hour turnaround needs to be crazy good, and so far, based on map 1, the 24-hour turnaround looks to be working out for DSG.
Man, it is so rare for that to happen as well. Like a 24 hours in the day, and then you come up and take Team Liquid like this. And not
I mean, I think it does just show how volatile Team Liquid is right now.
Start off, but then that final round, it was just
Truthfully.
domination. Like they sped up, like they hit the 6th gear between rounds 1 and 3. Second map coming up, Team Liquid's choice. I mean, there's got to be something to say about the ban towards the DPS players, I think, in Rocket and PGE.
It's harder to ban out PGE because banning out a cast doesn't feel very impactful. You've still got the Emre there, you've still got the Sojin there as well, so not really an amazing ban choice. I think targeting the Vendetta makes more sense if you don't want to play. If Zera has no plans to jump on the Vendetta, take it out of Rocket's hands early, put Rocket into Zera in a Tracer heads up, and I think Zera will be feeling pretty good about that one. But this is another sort of case when you look at the opening comps, the Lucio ban maybe hurts Liquid a little bit more than it hurt the other team. I think part of the reason why they went for the Lucio ban from Liquid's POV is again to maybe protect the Kiriko, to protect Escanor's hero pool, but in doing so, you kind of didn't play into the matchup as well as DSG, where you look at what they played, it's the Brig Juno full brawl competition with the Zarya, who then gets the bubble, your Vendetta from Rocket, and then I mean, PG can play whatever he wants to mix into that type of lineup. It's basically what SSG just played in our previous series to great effect in DSG. Taking some notes and realizing, you know, that's a very strong combination here. It's a very good looking composition, whereas TL's composition doesn't quite have the same clear win conditions.
Blizzard World choice for Team Liquid. What do you expect, actually? Do you think Kaluj is going to stay in here for TL, or are we going to see Infected again?
To play what, though, is the problem, because this is the sort of situation where Sigma is viable now. I think if you're Team Liquid, is it time to bring out the Kaluj Sigma? Because Infected can play that, but Kaluj is...
I like the Blizzard World. I think it's gonna... It's Liquid trying to force the Diva, though.
As we saw Kellen playing it earlier.
Not the... As much as I would love to see the Kaluj... the Kaluj Sigma.
If I'm looking at TL's POV point of view, I don't know if they need to protect the Sigma there, if they suspect the DSG might...
I mean, you just play... I mean, DSG just get to play what they just played, no?
Look towards a Zarya ban if you're trying to shut down the Vendetta combo a little bit.
Like, Liquid has to... Liquid either bans out of support so Escanor can play the game,
just rock the Diva, you're not too...
and they have a second support, or DSG
will prevent Rocket from getting
bans out a Diva or bans out a Sigma, and then they just get to play the Zarya.
Tracer for TL. Wow, okay. Was kind of expecting the fan of the Vendetta, but to be fair, Rocket known for Tracer, so maybe you're more worried about on this map specifically.
Rocket would have been happy to play Vendetta on this map, though. That's the problem, is like, you've just...
¿Por qué?
I think I heard Zero more, unless Zero is largely planning on playing Perma Vendetta this map, or Zero himself is thinking about the Symmetra, which is weird. I don't think EL is much of a Symmetra team from what I can tell, so this is an interesting opening choice. I don't know if I fully like it unless there's something on the DPS side they're protecting, but I don't see anything in particular on the DPS side they would want to protect. This doesn't seem like the type of team that wants to protect the Vendetta, because it's Rocket that was doing most of Vendetta work, and the Doomfist is a complete throwaway ban. Okay, it's a dominant ban apparently.
Dominant ban, yeah, there you go. Dominant ban from Disguise. Okay, so
they don't know what they don't know what they're doing, bro. They don't know what they're doing.
Dominant is playable. Dominant is like kind of like very similar to Sigma gameplay on this map, but I don't know how much Dominant would have actually seen gameplay here for Team Liquid. You're ideally banned.
They're just it's just a nothing burger ban again.
I think Kaluj would have leaned Sigma here anyway. If he had the choice between Sigma and Dominant, he would have.
Yeah, I think that's just a nothing ban.
Yeah, seems a bit of a strange one, but sure thing. Feeling pretty confident, I imagine, Disguise right now. Of course, their previous records, they ended up taking SSG to a map 5, 4 maps as well against Dallas Fuel in their opener. Had a very disappointing 3-0 against Extinction, or 0-3, sorry, I should say, against Extinction yesterday. So, kind of bouncing back.
By the way, I wonder if it would have been worth DSG pulling the Kiriko ban right now. This map, support ban is open. You target ban Escanor straight away, force him onto an uncomfortable hero.
I mean, I think this is showing that they just don't care enough to they don't feel like they need to yet.
Comps, you just play
on this map,
you can just rerun the Brig Juno with the Zarya Vendetta. Vendetta is open because Tracer was the ban instead of Vendetta. So you just rerun the same comp you just played. Now you force Escanor away from his quote-unquote one trick, forcing Escanor into something else. I think that would have been a strong choice for DSG, but they went for the Dominator instead.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't know who's starting here. Could be Infected, could be Kaluj. We'll get a word in a moment, but I think it's going to be Kaluj. I'm not sure we've seen yeah, no starts here. Yeah, just get a word in from Prod. No Infected still. Just happy sticking in his Kaluj, playing these off tanks.
I don't think there's anything Infected would play here that would be, unless you fully lost confidence in Kaluj, I don't think there's anything from Infected's hero pool that you're really looking forward to here. Unless you're really thinking about Ball, which probably not the highest consideration. Winston, not the highest consideration. Diva, Zarya, Sigma, all in Kaluj's wheelhouse. I do hope that Infected's working on his Diva behind the scenes, because if he can get that Diva going, EL can be a force to be reckoned with. But for the time being, eyes on what Kaluj picks here, because I'm thinking Sigma should be the right choice.
Feels like it would definitely be a safe one. Kaluj decent, and the Sigma, of course, always has been good. There's off tanks. Zarya wouldn't be so bad either. Okay, defense for Team Liquid first.
They want the Zarya Vendetta combo, so I think that's pretty clear what that choice means.
I wonder if PGE's Widow is going to get a good amount of value here. Okay, wait. The Lily special.
Really are, like,
We've got the Wu Yang and we've got the Jetpack Cat. Play it, please. I know they're just gonna. They're just pushing. They're pulling PGE out or pushing him out or moving someone somewhere. And they're gonna pull PGE back in.
Lucio, Kiriko is going to be a better default for Team Liquid. I think the Wu Yang Kiriko was not that great on that last map of Lee Jung. Lucio Kiriko is going to be a good anchor point for the team to play around.
All right.
Up we go.
Oh my God.
No one falling for that.
I like the idea of it.
Probably the goofiest way. Because there has been like such an evolution in that whole thing where like it used to be Widow grappling up, going for the shot, and then Lifeweaver petal platform in the Widow, and now we have Jetpack Cat slingshotting the Widow to the skies to try and get a better thing.
Do that the whole map. Just have the tether on the Widow the whole map, and then
just tethering them around.
It's just this flying satellite in the air that can drop a sniper shot from you from any distance.
Poorly based. Well, we'll see how well Tree does on this. PG playing the Sojourn here, of all things. No surprise, Rocket happy to rock the Vendetta. Tree going extraordinarily low. Good dive in here from Disguise. They take him out.
Why is PG on the Soj and not the Cass or the Imre? Preferably the Imre. Okay, Kaluj just got annihilated. I mean, you're just sitting out in front of a...
So that was a very easy shot there for PG as well.
In front of a Soj just got charged. I don't really know what...
A nice little railgun shot.
Just to come of that.
I think Kaluj is really starting to be a bit of a detrimental factor here. He's struggled on the previous map. Yesterday's game as well was not the best from Kaluj. I think just coming back into Overwatch after quite the long break, playing something else, something easier, noticing that it's really tough.
Dude, he said that? He really just said that?
The funny thing is, he wouldn't even disagree with him. He would agree.
Yeah, he would agree.
He would.
Well, there we go.
He would, man.
The choke point now. As Kaluj already kind of dipping back, he's both bubbles.
Ultimate, look.
Yeah, wow. 99% already, he's got it. Oh, well, you can't use it if you're dead, so yeah, unlucky. All good though, hit the reset real quick.
This is a strong fight for Team Liquid.
I don't know, actually. Rivals is so volatile right now. Like, both meta and in the esports scene itself, that it might be a little bit more difficult in Rivals right now.
A strong choice from Liquid.
No, I take it back. I thought for 2 seconds, and I decided that was just incorrect and just wrong.
Yeah, no. Advantage not quite apparent now.
Never mind.
10% away, so.
I thought for like 0.5 seconds about it, and yeah, no.
In a rough spot to try and flip here, but with the rush, you're thinking it's kind of doable.
Okay, Tree. What can you do?
Over the top of the map as PGE tries to match him with the sound barrier.
The match.
Tree is nice and healthy. Same thing to PGE though, is does end up getting that sound barrier. Double shot on Escalor as he's falling away from the tank. And unfortunately, life flashed before his eyes. They end up trading for 2 here, but Rocket's still on an absolute rampage as Disguise come up big in a big way in the fight.
Here we go, Disguise starting to really
turn up the heat now. Should genuinely be Liquid's wheelhouse. If Liquid is going to be good in the lineup,
make the difference here.
If guys, the cart
not moved is a bit of a problem. I could get back on that one, gentlemen.
If Liquid loses
someone should touch
in the Zarya Vendetta Kiri Lucio matchup, then what the hell are we doing? Then what are we doing?
You gotta push Zera off an off angle. He's gonna go for the kill as well onto Rocket. Nice 2K from Zera. I mean, you take that any day of the week.
Small little reset there after losing players. Zera wants to get the backline. Might get freebie here. Might get punished.
No,
I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom.
They need to reset anyway. I mean, Zera's gonna be back in like half a second. It's all good. All good.
So waiting for this grab exchange to come through. Note that there's no support ultimate, so this grab could be very, very deadly. Nothing to defend against it. And you even have Sundering Blaze to potentially combo on top of that. That is going to be nasty for whoever gets caught in the grab.
Whoa! Hello, Rocket. Well, there's Graviton Surge. Both the Zarya's grab themselves on the point. Kaluj first to die, though, to the disruptor shot of PGE. Sundering Blade for Rocket to clear people away from the point. He's waiting for people to drop to try and touch. Ends up expiring the ultimate, of course, there, but there's just too many bodies right now for Disguise on the point. They've ended up losing Gleb here, of course, and the spawn advantage for Team Liquid cannot be understated. Escanor ends up going down, PG with a double. However, Zera still tries to make this one even. Rocket falls to Thundering Blaze. The rush gets popped on the point. 28 HP remaining on Zera. Taking to Disguise. Kalush falls over. Disguise toppling Team Liquid like dominoes.
Vega
Close,
just too late.
Avril.
He just didn't have the beat in that fight as well. Vega was about 10% off. Needed that beat. Would have been maybe a bit of a turnaround to help Liquid out. To be fair, Left doesn't have beat either, but for Disguise, happy with that exchange where support's not really adding too much extra in there aside from Skyle. But this is a good amount of time, you know, just 3 minutes to push into C. You can certainly threaten the cap here.
I just couldn't with that fight, bro. I just couldn't.
Wow,
I had to go to the bathroom, and that was my opportunity. But the skies get there.
Protect this ult coming through from Tree, but he's too high in the sky.
They turn it. Tree's down, but they still go for the re-engage.
I think that was PG, and then Rocket finishing him off in the sky with just
what a disengage.
Slash. 2.5 minutes to go. Heavy investment of ults here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, double support ult. Override in there as well for what was barely a win. I mean, you got 30 seconds off the map, which is okay, I suppose, but DSG now.
Vega kills left 1-0.
Lucio trades solo ultimates, but once this grab comes online, DSG should get a freebie.
Everybody is finding their ones here. This is
The Tread is so in. Holy shit. He's not being pressured out.
People are ignoring.
And Kalush is dead.
A quick kunai headshot will finish off the Zarya player. But Tread being alive at 100 energy as well, and a bubble coming up for 1 second.
Dude,
I mean, good luck taking
Kalush is, Tread just not being pressured out there is criminal.
For DSG. Both supports alive, and Tread turning into a DPS with all this energy.
Yeah, unfortunate thing is you can't cap off this. There is still going to be another respawn wave, and DSG lost a couple players. So you can't push up super far forward. DSG can recognize that. Tread's going to back out a little bit, trying to keep his life alive and maintain the energy.
There goes the rush there too. Disengaged from Team Liquid. But Zera in an odd spot. Little slice and dice here for Rocket. TP as well from Escanor. Lucky to be alive right now. But same can be said for Kalush.
By the way,
the TP
with Kalush being like spawned,
unfortunately.
Kalush was being like spawn camped, and Escanor was chasing down Rocket.
A tough spot for any support to be in. You can't blame him for it. Team Liquid get full capped on. And not only that, the Skies.
Why were they chasing that far?
In the bank. Team Liquid.
Because it was Zero with him, yeah. But why were they chasing Rocket so far when they had to fight?
You're not getting this legendary Tree performances. Zera is only able to make himself known a couple times. To be fair, Tree did get a couple kills in one of the previous engagements when Tread went for the grab, but the grab and the Kitsune Rush are two of the desynced ultimates here. And by desynced, I mean Tread is ahead of Kalush for the most part. Skyle is ahead of Escanor for the most part, and they're able to get these ultimates in these clear fights where Liquid have no response. Grab comes out, no response from TL. Kitsune Rush comes out, no response from TL. There's nothing there for them to defend with. So, yes, in that final engagement, Skyle pops the ult. You mentioned TL just back out and disengage because they can do nothing else. They cannot challenge the rush at all, and they run back towards spawn. Tread runs forward to spawn, Rocket runs forward to spawn, and they're both able to get their ones, and maybe twos.
And just a nice look from Disguised. Team Liquid, it feels like they're off kill right now. Curious what they can pull out, because I don't think there's any point in this map specifically, Avril, where there's going to be a comp swap that makes a difference. Like, we're going to see this same kind of comp.
Like, if Liquid can't win
from this, like maybe
on their map pick with their ban of Tracer playing their composition that they should be flourishing on.
You don't want to slow this down either, right? You're not even going to want to change
because you're essentially looking at Team USA, by the way.
I mean, the only thing I can see is that Kalush still got it on the Sigma, right? That's about it. But then you lose the capability to support Zero. So if you want to make this Vendetta comp work and give Zero the best time ever, you need to maintain that control a little bit.
Oh, good crit. Everything's so low already. Zera, one-man army on this Vendetta. Both Vendettas actually coming up with key kills. I'd say Zera's probably a little bit better in left.
I sure hope Zarya Vin is not meta during World Cup. Or good in any shape, way, or form.
Now. Yeah, nice. Just getting ignored completely there as PGE. Good defense.
Rocket overall showing to be the superior of the two Vendettas in this matchup at the moment. Tread will go down, but we'll get taxied back in quite quickly. There's a bit of a difference between Vega and Lep at the moment that will be usable for Liquid in short order. Lep needs to really get in there. Skyle is much further ahead, but I defensively don't know if that's usable for DSG.
PG spotting an opening there, couldn't quite land the shot. Perfect Suzu timing from Skyle.
Oh my god.
Almost PG
Skyle.
falling over, but it's actually Kalu.
The double dink into the PGE dink. That was actually nasty.
That was a very
That was
smack right
nasty.
now. Okay, someone needs to kill Tree. Good collapse there, actually, from both teams, trying to help out Tree, who's kind of in no man's land right now. Skyle, too, looking for someone to actually heal, but
Dude,
Rocket doesn't need any of
Rocket
it.
is getting
Just a
all the help in the
single
world,
bubble
and it's paying off
enabling the
in
Vendetta
dividends.
to stay alive. Wow, dude, and this is Team Liquid just getting run over as Rocket, PGE, Tread's coming up with an ult, Sky with an ult. Like, man, this fight is looking good for them. Next one.
TL were ahead in that fight. It was a 2-for-1 trade in favor of TL, but Rocket just equalizes and then more. Rocket just did so much there, getting kills when required.
Hey now, Skyle and Tread helped.
Could have been a very strong fight for TL. Lep is still
I love
massively
this.
behind though. That's a problem.
PG on the high ground here, getting almost completely ignored, but Zera is there on the case. Ends up just
Okay, they
1v1
take
in
point. They
PGE
take
and coming out on top.
If you want a map,
Tree,
bro,
that nade
they
from
haven't
the
just won a map.
high ground
They have
advantage
been
there.
absolutely
Just going down
dominating.
in the end to Rocket, who is still just filling the kill feed with Orange, but it's
Liquid
gonna be
took
eventually
one
Team Liquid
round
capping this first point.
of map one
Back in time.
in a pretty sketchy fashion, but it's been disguised just dominating. Like that fight win is, I think, the hardest, like the easiest looking fight win, and that was both support ults versus only one support ult. So like,
remember, time is a big factor here because DSG full finish and full cap the map, but they need to do the same.
but bro, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what's going on.
Aggressive grab for Evidence. One override protocol there to try and match. Nice graviton surge straight on top of Tread, still kept alive.
I mean, you
briefly
trade,
there
I guess.
with that Suzu, but it is Tree doing the majority of the
nice
damage.
from
Even
Tree.
snipes PG too. What a
Oh my
shot,
god.
And dodges out of the way of the Sundering Blade.
Oh my
Both
god.
got movement
Help
for
this
days,
man.
Eventually killed by Rocket in the end, but did enough for his team to stay in this and push payload.
Good opportunity now, Team Liquid. This is their moment to make some decent map control. They still have this Sundering Blade to play through, which is great considering that Lep has got the sound barrier. You can just completely cleave through that one, no issues at all. And then Vega quickly looking to potentially lap Lep if Disguise don't get enough done here. Do they just play for a tempo beat?
Rocket playing peekaboo with the lower.
I mean, they very well could do. They're kind of waiting for an engage here, waiting to kind of boop Zera away if needed. Looks like they want to try and go in for this one. Amp speed for Led, trying to go. There it is.
Kalu's just so split. And Escanor's in no man's land.
First to fall in this fight,
Dude.
Team Liquid. And yeah, a beat tempo advantage here for Disguise. As well, hang on a sec. Wait, Tree gets both backliners off a beat engage from Disguise? That cannot happen.
No way.
Give me the replay, man. Give me the beat, boys. Beat master.
Team Liquid. Now that Lep has used his sound barrier, Vega and Escanor in position to let
And another
late kill onto Rocket as well. Insult to
Real
injury.
good. Man, Tree
And
is
another!
pissed. He is pissed, man. He wants to win this. Look at him go. Just on an absolute tear. This is disgusting stuff. Not only that, their time back's 3 minutes.
I think that's 6 kills in that fight for Tree.
Beast.
That was 8.
Absolute beast.
And they
No,
didn't have to
that was
use
8?
extra support ultimates. Vega just gets to hold on to that one.
There's 7 or 8.
Team Liquid, they have about the same amount of time as DSG did going into C, so we might just be able to see both of these teams find an actual time bank here if Team Liquid can keep the momentum.
No, it was not 6 or 7. It was either 7 or 8. I was counting. And I kind of lost count, but it was not 6.
Tree going down to sub 100 HP, receives that overhealth though from the beast.
Oh my god. Tree has decided that this map shall be his.
To be fair, but
Oh my god, man. Tree is kicking and screaming.
Use it. Final push here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, the gap ended up being about 70% Vega ahead. As Leps, you know, it would now be his timing to find beat, but he's only 20% ahead, which is more like 80% behind when considering that Vega's one full beat ahead at the moment. So Escanor and Scarlet looking at each other, both using.
Rushes layered on the point. Kaluge looking for a grab at PGE first to fall. Kaluge trapped in a small room now, but happy to take it to the cage match against Shred. This is Team Liquid with a finish. Good kill from Lepto. Ends up taking
Okay,
down
okay,
Vegas,
I was
who
gonna stop, bro. I was don't let that man get away. You kill that man.
1 minute and 40 seconds on the time bank. 20 seconds over disguise.
Okay, they've got hands, they've got legs, they've got ears, they've got monitors, they've got keyboards, they've got mice. They've got eyes, bro. Liquid's alive.
PC 30-9, 16k damage.
There's signs of life for Team Liquid.
That is like almost a flatter deadlift type beat. Like that is insane stats from Tree on that half.
I mean,
bro,
damage alone,
I guarantee you, there's like 20 people who know what that means, who genuinely know through and through what that phrase means, the flooded deadlift. Nobody knows what that means who's watching nowadays.
And he wants to make sure Team Liquid do not lose.
I'm an unk.
They're looking great on their attack. Unfortunately, the defense, a lot to be desired. A lot of that came down to some of it's ironic because they were winning off the desync on the support ults on the attacking side, but then they lost due to the exact same thing with Lip being as far behind as he was. So now that we full reset.
Are they really gonna go for the Widow play now?
By the way, for Kaluge, who wasn't having a great time in the Zarya battle. Tread was ahead like 9 out of 10 times, but Kaluge is slowly bringing that one back. Ever so slightly in his favor to try and keep things competitive, and Liquid need that. They need the all players firing on full cylinders here to then get a 20-second advantage.
I mean, I guess this if Team Liquid go on to win this map, it kind of just proves.
Oh, okay. Are they, okay. they got spammed out, and I mean that's yeah. You know what?
Okay.
Actually, kind of worth it. You don't want to randomly die to the Widow shot. Here we go though. No time to mess around.
If Disguise lose this map, it's thrown right back in their face that they banned Domina, bro. They thought this game was going to be easy. They thought it was going to be so easy, in fact, that they could waste a ban. They thought they could pull an SSG against Extinction.
Early than the other finds any advantage. Might just be enough. Rocket, by the way, going for a big flank.
Yeah, I really like this wraparound here. If you can get the high ground as Vendetta force people off, you can just kind of jump on them instantly. Speaking of which, though, Zera is just hounding down Lep right now.
Tree and Zera are absolutely electric right now.
Already 30 seconds left in this time.
And Escanor and Vega are dead.
Defend on this first attack. It's going to be a stagger push here for the Sky.
What?
Because double supports went down for Team Liquid. Lep and Sky are now ahead.
Kalu should not be up there. I'm gonna be so dead ass.
Even realize the ultimates. We might not see a single ultimate for the final fight.
Okay, we're good.
Not that much time left to play through. This has been perfect now from DSG. And by the way, they need some percentage. Otherwise, they draw only scenario.
If Escanor dies first again,
pretty low already. In fact,
I'll give 5 subs.
Have to regroup.
This fight, if Escanor dies first.
They got little time to do so. 100 energy for Kaluge as well, and Lep dies first on Disguise. And now Tread all alone on the point, trying to touch, and that is going to be the defense secured for Team Liquid. No tick for Disguise in their
guys, we can have our first tie for one,
now Liquid
and for two, we could see our first 6-mapper. There's potential for a 6-mapper.
But this is still drawable. This scenario right now, 140 could still be rough. Might not be enough.
Team Liquid should win with ult bank. They'll have ults for a full 5 ult fight.
Be the commander of their own
if they so wanted.
This moment to get this map. You said it, only 1 tick required. And they'll take away the map win, but failing to do that in the 140 means this entire map gets written off and we'll forget it even happened. For Team Liquid, that's a shame because this is a much better looking map compared to map 1 for them so far. Based on how Tree's playing, if Tree is the guy that delivers that opening kill, it's looking mad capable.
You cannot figure out your battle net. You're still trying to log in, brother. Holy!
It feels like wanting to clutch out this win. Like the performance is off the charts. Real nice stuff. Only need a single tick. Only need a single team fight, and it almost always comes down to
like you don't remember the username, you don't remember the password, you don't remember the email. Like what information don't you have?
We are in a first of 4, first of 3. Sorry, not first of 4. So that draw will just kind of erase the map from the map pool.
Figure your email. Oh wait, I just didn't read.
DSG wanting to get this draw in play. Liquid,
if you know the username, you should be able to track it down, no?
Rocket was a pretty big hero though, despite losing that attacking side. Rocket still did a decent amount of damage. He'll take his tax from each of the fights on this Vendetta.
Why is your phone
Zero
number
now
not
looking
linked?
to
Look at this.
What?
Look at this.
open up a flank position.
Rocket's right behind us. Gonna go in super aggressive with that bubble.
He is right behind
Really
me,
nice
isn't he?
initial damage there. Just gonna spot the rotation. I'm sorry.
Maybe not the numbers.
Oh,
Go
he's
into
in
your
already. Got the
emails.
bubble. Nice Suzu initiative
Go
there
into
from
whatever
Scarlet
email
Beach.
accounts you
Rocket
think it
already
could be,
low. Zera now trying to fend for
and
his life.
search
He
up
looks at both
the
supports
name.
straight in the eyes. Goes for the Lucio. Let really
And see
low.
if you have
Oh,
any
he goes
old
down as well.
emails
And
that
getting traded, though,
Blizzard
so
sent
actually
about
one for
whether
one,
it's the
but little
performance
support now available
emails
for
or
Smile.
whether it's
Pop
the
himself back up.
just
PG
like
takes
verify
these
your
guys there, trying to
login,
retake
that
control
kind
of the
of
high ground, but Calusis absolutely not. Vega next to fall. Rocket finds another. Disguise on the back of the DPS.
You have like 4
End
accounts,
up
don't
holding
you?
on.
That's a huge trade. Lep trading his own life with Zero is massive. Because if he just
I
goes
have
down
all
there
the
one
emails
for
and none
nothing,
show up.
Liquid can potentially find a play advantage of that alone to get the cap. Now Liquid have to try
Brother,
and
lock
get the
in.
advantage.
Lock
Over
in.
to the
This game isn't gonna go on forever.
Disguise, Rocket managed to do some decent work there after Zero went down, but Lep had to get that 1 point he did.
It's so drawable. I hate to bring it up, man, but it really is. 15 seconds to go, final attack, and they're taking every single second here to move up. They've not.
Styles got ult.
They've not spotted Rocket. Okay, eventually they do. Zera is there for the check, but an easy escape for Rocket straight towards the Mega Health Pack, but little cooldowns left, and left dies. Team Liquid, they found a really good opening pick. Oh, what? They don't touch. They got the perfect pick, but they don't touch. That's a C9. That's a straight up C9.
Yeah, that's a straight up C9. I'm calling it. Yeah.
They
C9
killed
Council
Lep.
has adjourned. That's a C9.
They
Straight
killed Lep. And they don't touch. C9.
Bro. Heartbreak.
Come
I think
on,
Team
man.
Liquid, I think Team Liquid were about to win. Team Liquid were straight up about
that
to win
was a
that
win.
map.
For sure.
Heartbreak.
Tragedy has struck.
Absolute heartbreak.
Actual heartbreak. You got to feel for Tree, man. 37-9 going into that round there as well. Gets the opening pick on the Lucio. What's he end at? 39 and 10. 19k damage. Almost at the big 20k.
Trying to figure out when we play last,
I
because that's the
mean-
dates I'm looking for. What do you mean the dates?
My God. Get a replay of that, please.
I
if
mean,
we
we
that
knew
very
that
last
a
second.
draw was possible, but a draw that happens.
I mean, I
because of
can,
the C9
maybe
is
I can
wild.
It's tragic.
find,
bro.
I can
It's
scroll
tragic.
through and
also,
see when the
there are
last
moments
time
where,
your
like,
BattleNet
is it
was
a
online.
C9 kind of questionable, like you can make
No,
it
no,
out,
no,
you know,
no, no.
that
If I
was
know
a
which-
straight up C9. That was
Big Ego
inexcusably
Tiny D was
a
7
C9,
months
like,
ago.
100% C9. I'm leaving no doubt there.
100%.
That is absolutely a C9. No competition.
Actual. Oh, I met. Oh boy, how are you going to recover that from the mental, bro? Is what I want to know. How are you going to get back into the next map, which I believe is going to be Liquid's pick.
Manipulator,
again,
it says
because they
offline
lost
for
it
9
previous.
days.
I'll have to triple check on that one.
Yeah,
Wait, there's
so we
2
just pretend it didn't
manipulators.
happen and we pretend this is
Yeah,
what
Wait,
exactly.
one is my buddy
The next
Chase,
map
one
we
is
just
you.
pretend it's map 2 again.
The other
I'm pretty
manipulator
sure
says
the bans
offline for
still
2
count, so
years.
that whatever was banned on Blizzard World is now like.
And-
So maybe
cemented
that one
into
is
the ban
Chase, the
pool
9
of
days
what
is
can
you?
and can't ban anymore. So the bans
And the
are
game type as
permanent. Yeah, so you do have to pick a new map in game mode now as well. Correct.
Yeah, and it being a first 3.
The 9 days or the 2 years? Which one?
So it does mean
Which one's
Here
you?
you go. Here you go. Wait,
Fun
wait,
fact.
wait, wait. Oh, dude.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
insane.
look at Kalush. Look at Kalush's positioning right now. He goes.
He
looked,
thinks
I
he
think
touches.
touched. No, I think he thought he touched. He's like a couple of pixels away
9 day?
from
Okay.
like the little line. You see the little line? Okay, pause right now. Go back 5 seconds in the YouTube VOD. if you're on
draw a
Twitch, I'm
line.
Draw a line.
Yes, that is
Count
you.
how many pixels
Okay.
Where Kalush's foot was
What can
touching, and,
I,
promise
what
you it's like a
information
couple.
can I get
I
here?
think he thought he touched there, man. I really do.
I know the
I told you,
name
man.
and numbers
I
of
told you,
it.
Which is hard a game. That's just how it is sometimes.
11337.
It's so true.
You
It's so
don't get
true.
the touch, sadly.
Yeah. So Team Liquid do get their choice of map again because that was a draw.
But I can't-
So,
there's nothing else I can do.
The choice of the
I'm looking at your
map
profile.
as well first, obviously. So,
So,
let's have a look.
By the way,
There you go. Yeah, go on.
so map 5 now, or what would be map 6, I guess, is going to be a game mode reset. So what that means
Yes,
is if we
it
do
is.
go to a map 6, which would be a map 5 but in the 6th position, because we played through all the map types, you then get to pick from any of the game modes again. So whoever gets map choice on that final map, if we go the distance, is going to have a pretty big advantage.
Yeah. I just can't believe it. Of all maps as well. It always happens on Blizzard World, by the way. It's always on Blizzard World. These historic moments. Yeah, I mean, look at the Game 7 with like what was it, TM last year? Went to a Game 7. Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff happens on Blizzard World, man. Keep this map in the pool.
Okay.
Sean Millie, you hearing this?
See if I can find the last time you played. I'm on tracker.gg with your account right now.
Pick from TL. Wow. Okay, not seen this one in a
Havana. Okay, we're going Sigma. We're going
Another
Sigma.
Sigma map, by the way. Will Kaluge lock in the Sigma for this map? This is even more of a Sigma map than Blizzard World. If there was ever a world.
Session history, no data found.
I'm still not completely convinced Azaria is working for Kaluge right now in the matchup. Tread is definitely, for the most part, having the advantage. But if they really just want to lean in Vendetta again, I suppose Zarya makes the most sense. But other than that, like, this is the Sigma map.
I don't think I can find out that information either.
I mean, surely. Yeah.
Yes, 11337 are the numbers.
Has my guy got classes or something? Like, I want to see Infected come out, especially on these fast
Manipulator
maps.
11337.
Atlas Cervasa, like, I'm expecting him to get subbed in. I'll have to wait, of course.
I'll take it to you.
We will be going to one of those game types for sure. What do you expect for Disguised here? What they're going to ban? Because, okay, Team Liquid end up banning D.Va.
It's already screaming Sigma Protect to me, although it could be a massive bait. The Wu Yang ban is nice to target Vega, who's already shown it. It's likely if you are going to go Sigma, even if you don't, double flex support very strong in Havana, right? So targeting what potentially could get played on the double flex is pretty good. You know that Escanol's hero pool isn't great, so you know the Vega's going to be the one that needs to do set the tone for his flex support choice. And well, Wu Yang is that choice. And if you ban the way the Wu Yang, I don't really know what Vega plays there, because other flex support, if he does, he's a main support for the context. So if he does move to flex support position,
Wu Yang ban from DSG is really solid. The D.Va ban forces the Sigma. I know.
I do think Vega has shown Alari before, so I think he's going to have to go Alari now.
I think Alari's really good on this map, so yeah. Double like high poke style. It feels like with this Havana pick, this is very much like we want to put Kaluge on as much comfort as humanly possible on the Sigma. So yeah, I like the ban of the D.Va, getting it out of the pool and then protecting a tank ban as well. Get him on a slow comp, get him on a place where we can run double flex in the back line, little extra damage as well from an Alari. We'll see what Disguise end up kind of responding here with their comp.
Thinking of if Disguise can also run a double flex here, or they can just say screw it, Zarya time, bring Juno, run it back. They could have defending first as well, so eyes on Kaluge first and foremost to dictate what this is going to be. I wonder if there's going to be a Widowmaker. Tree's already shown it on Gibraltar. There's a Sig,
yes,
lock it in.
I would love that.
Vega Alari, as mentioned, Escanol's obviously going to be on the Kiriko because that's his choice. So Vega has to play around the Kiriko. I don't know if Scar's going to play Zen. I'm going to say probably not. I would like to
probably
see
looking for a right click or something.
I'd like them to also be on Alari here.
Yeah, especially to poke down a Sigma shield. It's very strong, very strong. Yeah, it would be nice to see. Honestly, it would be nice to see Zen. It's all I'm saying. But yeah, it feels like it would be a bit of a risk. Although, is it a risk though? I don't know.
There it is.
Well,
like I said, run it back. Just do the Brig Juno again. Zarya
Brig
did it.
Juno,
Just literally run it back.
All right, Disguise, what you got for us? You're going into a very slow comp in Team Liquid's PGE on the Widow. Washington Justice Overwatch 1 skin? Holy aura. That's like a shout out to Corey.
Is anyone brave enough to bring out the Washington Justice Sombra skin? You know whose skin that's for?
Yeah.
Any brave souls out there?
Any brave warriors want to bring out the Sombra Washington Justice?
Fun fact though, Zero on...
Oh!
Okay. Zero on the Tracer. This is a pretty good Genji map too. We know Zero's good at the Genji. This could have been a reasonable option for him to go towards. Although I suppose maybe playing the Zarya not the best if you're on Genji. Kaluge, this is what we've been waiting for. His signature hero, what he's been most famous for in the past. He needs to carry on this hero because he hasn't been able to really match up the Shred on the others. Surely this is the one.
Definitely most tier 1 experience, I think. Like, looking at Kaluge from San Francisco Shock, playing the Sigma. Juno is super good too. I mean, being able to speed ring as well past the Sigma if they find like an inch of space is going to be really nice. Rocket ends up going in with a bubble. Bit of damage on the Kiriko, and now the Sigma's going to be in trouble. Straight through that grass too, and this is going to be the big problem for Kaluj, Avril. That all the damage just... You can't stop it with the grass at all. Like, no one's going to shoot you. You're just going to get a sword swung here, and then Zarya beam melting you.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to the rock, right? He needs to be able to land that one. Have to consider the bubbles from Tread as well. And it looks like Tread and DSG about to send this payload directly onto the cap. That's just speed 1 of 8. And there's cap touch.
No touch. 5 minutes.
Tread gave his life for that, and now because... Sorry, not Tread. Tree gave his life for that. Because Tree went for the touch, Team Liquid were forced to go up in aggressive positioning. They're down to 4 members, and this guy's like, all right, we'll run you over. So, rough decision-making from Team Liquid. If you've got a touch as a team and just full commit to that play. Otherwise, back out and play for the high ground on B. Very confusing decision-making from TL.
And then you have a high ground here as well. Kalu swapping over to Zarya. Okay, no Sig.
Vega swap too.
Touch. Okay, you're good. Almost touch.
So because Vega swapped as well, DSG heavily in the lead now for support ultimates. It's going to go down, means he's going to be further behind.
There's the orbital rate. Tree with those right clicks. 30 HP is, yeah, taken down by a rocket of all people. This is a really tough spot. And I think it cannot be overstated, especially on a goodbye, Zara.
Bye, Zero.
Especially on an escort map, being behind in support ultimates is just so detrimental after that first fight, because you almost give up second for free because you don't have support ults.
I mean, they also gave up second because they just did a half contest, not in contest, and they got wiped anyway. And now you're going to go grab kind of before. Zero has the touch, but
bye.
They've lost the fight.
Bye, Kaluj.
Yeah, you got a touch, but yeah, you're chilling. You're big chilling. Stick from Zara. Oh, dearie me. I think that stuck Lep, and then Lep just hit a rally insta. So,
yeah. Look at the
forced a rally, I suppose, but the time bank is crazy.
This is an insane speed run. Some of these players haven't even gotten their first ultimate yet. Some of them are holding on to, like PG Rocket about to use their first ultimate. Kaluj is yet to get his first grab. Vega obviously swapped. Escanor yet to get his first Petunia rush.
Oh, Kaluj.
Bro, this is...
Yeah. Nice push in on Kaluj there. I mean, despite having... Oh, good shot. Despite having... That connect? Oh, it did. Despite having 2 bubbles, you just can't... You're so far forward. Your speed is not with you at all.
This
so
is
you cannot get
just
out of
depressing.
it's just tough.
Well, this is the fight now.
This is
TL
depressing to watch.
Ultimate spin cycle disguised for quite some time, but now TL are finally working towards their ults.
Oh, look at Rocket.
Flank. Zero been spotted. He wants to support. Rocket's waiting
Sundering Blade as well. He's going straight in. Sundering Blade from the back, looking for targets. Hits the Zarya of all people.
Oopsies.
Left to go down first, though. But trading for Kaluj, that's a good one. Although Tree and Zera picking up kills of their own. Tread looking in 17 directions at once. Unfortunately goes down. Right click doesn't connect. All DPS all day for Team Liquid as they clutch the fight.
It seemed like Tree and Zera is the repeated storyline for Team Liquid. They were the ones who got to done that fight. Obviously, Rocket putting a Sundering Blade on Kaluj. Couldn't quite finish Kaluj off himself, and ended up still getting the kill to Kaluj a little while later, but doesn't allow Rocket to just instantly drop on top of another player, and Tree and Zera have the space to get their damage and counter kills in this. A rough fight despite Liquid narrowly pulling ahead. They still have some ults to play in. But Shamaka now will be for Vega. Is it tempo beat time or just save?
Oh, there's the gravitational surge.
Big grab.
Straight on top of that, they're layering the override protocol.
Finally,
just
some footing for
fight.
Liquid.
Still, they're bringing the time bank. Disguise just had such a good first push and second. Like, sure, 2 minutes chunked off your time bank, but like, you're still happy with that.
Yeah. So now you have to look at the situation for Vega. He has to counter both grab and Katsuna Rush with 1 beat. So DSG read the situation correctly. They need to probably open with Rush and then close with grab after the beat's already been used.
Managed to luckily escort Zera out of the fight. There's the grab though. Leb ends up going down.
Beast
Good
big.
sound barrier though coming through from Vega.
Tread has no health, no bubbles, no bitches.
So quickly, but it's Escanor that lays him to rest. 2.2 minutes to go. Nice, another team fight win. Team Liquid holding on.
Should have been a DSG win. I think they played that one poorly. Lep going down off rip is not ideal. Pre-fighted 4v5. And then I think they did it the wrong order. I would have preferred the rush first. It's a more clear ult that they can use to maybe then back on out and disengage from the beat. But
Oh, Let's gonna die. Surely. Nice little health pack pick
Let
up.
die. Wait, he's committed.
what happened is
Guys, lock in.
they overlaid their ults together, so Vega got double value off one beat. That's part of the problem for DSG's last fight as well. Now, DSG's capability of finishing this map will come down to this beat value from left.
We'll see what PG can do with this ultimate as well. Override Protocol is going to get launched in. Escanor running that rush down straight on the bridge. He gets sniped there from PGE. Sharp shooter. Because now we see the payload being taken over by PGE. Zera played a good bit of a distraction there, but with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go.
That was a nice stick.
Wow. Wait a second.
Oh,
Zera
Skyle's
PGE,
nasty.
both DPS down. They're not going to be able
Tread
to
forgot to
push
jump.
into this castle with immunity here. It's going to be a regroup from Team Liquid.
Yeah, brilliant kills. PG gonna snipe from spawn, it looks like, for a little bit. Question mark will be if he decides to stay on this. This is going to be a massive loss of time. DSG now in position to still finish the map, but likely with no time. It'll be a complete OT push. He'll bring out the Hanzo.
Got it now. Just needed
off-meta choice.
Battle.net to let me log in because he tried the wrong password 18 times.
Instead.
Oh my word, it almost hit.
Will it allow you to reset your password?
Oh,
He gets rolled.
If you have the email?
PG there. That wasn't even close. Override Protocol trying to snipe that Lucio.
Jesus,
Let me
brother.
using that sound barrier pretty early on. And look at the critical health members now of Disguise. Both Sky and Lep really low. Should be trivial cleanup now for PGE. Is going to get chased though, but yeah, too much damage. Too much sustain as well. Disguise
What a
on their
hold
last
from
limb.
Liquid,
20 seconds
though.
to go, Avril.
They've run out of
What a
ideas.
hold.
DSG have completely run out of ideas here. PG is swapping between a bunch of different heroes. Cass now going to be the choice. Lack of range here is going to be a problem, but at least you'll be able to deal with Zero.
Right password, wrong
Let's
email.
ult got played into trees. Override, I believe, and DSG largely not getting any value. This Kyle, Junior Rush has to be it.
Oh, big rev on the tread. He needs to die. How do you miss the pulse bomb on someone who's grabbed? Zera.
Kernel level right now. Team Liquid are going to be able to hold Disguise.
Okay,
on
they
that
hold,
bridge.
though.
They only get 2 points, a 5-minute time bank going into this third one as well. But Team Liquid clutch up and hold on.
I think ultimately a pretty disappointing push from DSG, considering you noted the time was about 5, right? It was definitely over 4:30 going into C. With that amount of time, you expect a full completion, but at various points, the Skies didn't have
Good tree
amazing
again,
pushes.
popping
Liquid
off.
were able to get key trades at various times. I mean, there were some pushes where, okay, they're starting to win it, but then you know, Tree, Zera, somebody is able to get good trades. One of those fights, both Rock and PGE went down. And so DSG, despite winning, couldn't quite push through. They had to reset just to wait for respawners, right? That happened a couple of different times. And now, without a full completion, Liquid, as long as their push on A and B is good, they are in a position now to come back and win this map. After feeling like they should have won Blizzard World, they want to make sure they can take away Havana to get their +1.
Yeah, remember this is the third map as well. As you can see in the top right, it was a draw on that Blizzard World. Yeah, Disguise. If they do end up coming up with a win here, this is going to be match point. It's Team Liquid trying to extend this to map 6, just come out with the win. But Havana is just such a tricky map, though, Avril, to be fair. It's very tooth and nail on second, and it can even end on first. I mean, first sometimes even as inassailable as third.
I definitely think Havana alongside Shimbali is one of the more full holdy of the maps, if that's a term that can be used. More likely to be full held. In fact,
Your sword is sticking out, Zero.
We don't see that.
I see your sword.
Particularly because you don't play Ryan anymore. This would might be a little hard for them to spawn hold their current comp.
This is an interesting spawn hold here.
God, the Vendetta being able to like slash into the spawn is very annoying. PG still with a kill though.
Oh my god.
I like this full hold, honestly. I mean, again, you're playing for the time bank as well here, right?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, he wiggles his way back in. Holy.
It does mean that if this falls apart, you're going to allow Liquid to get a lot of free space. But currently working out 40 seconds off the clock already. And if this goes even further, Liquid may be forced to ult out of spawn, which is very economically costly for Liquid to do so.
There's the guy. As they are holding on to this one. They have not let
Dude.
this payload move a single, like, second.
Literally 0.00 right now.
Good boop.
You can't afford anyone to die. If you're DSG going for a spawn hold, even one death means your spawn hold is over, because Team Liquid will respawn 5v4.
I mean, if you die though, or if
You
one
can
member
back down,
dies but the
except
fight's still
45
won,
loss.
you're able to kite
DSG
back and
have
then play first
perfectly
choke.
played this with no deaths.
I guess
They're kinda
depending on who it
getting
is.
started on right
If
now,
it's
though.
Tread that dies, then it's
Haven't
just
lost
over.
anybody.
You're
PG's
you're
coming
fighting
up
for a
on ult,
final
same with
point cap.
Style
But
as
if it's
well,
like
you're
literally
kind of
anybody
chilling,
else
like,
that dies,
you really
there's
need some,
opportunity for a fight
magic to
first
work
choke.
in your favor.
Otherwise, you're just going to
Oh,
straight up
Rocket
lose.
said, okay,
Vega,
you
though,
kite back
goes
or you die
Rocket,
now.
little
You
boot
kite back
kill,
or you die
and
now.
low left on the other side of things. Okay, but still,
As long as you die
you're
point
taking this,
and you
Avril.
get on respawn
2
wave.
minutes and 20
Perfect.
seconds remaining in the time
Perfect.
bank. You're only
Perfect.
now getting out of spawn.
Yeah, and DSG
Well,
second
actually not
last, they're
perfect. They
gonna
could have died a
really
little bit
unnecessary
faster,
ults
but-
into there. About 240 is 140 rather is about what came off the clock. So pretty decent for no economical loss. We won't have some like again positional loss here with now Team Liquid able to just push all the way up if they like.
2 minutes dropped,
Obviously,
though.
payload positioning is so important. This is where the ults need to start coming into play. Both teams.
Yep,
have
now they're just at
the exact same
essentially
ultimates and
first
the exact
choke.
same timings for the ultimates.
Oh, an awkward first choke, like a little bit later than first choke, I guess, but like.
Go in. Both have right protocols going to get popped. They ignore each other, but Vega,
Ooh,
Lucio
this
is going to
Gnor's
be the first one
dead,
to fall
bro.
down as Team Liquid struggling to.
Oh my
hold on to
God.
this
Oh
fight.
my God. PGE diss
Sky
Tree.
with all PGE wins it out.
Put
Tree
it in the
only gets one
newspapers.
with his.
PGE
Yeah, only one dead as well.
kills
DSG came out of that
Tree.
one
I'm not gonna
massively
say.
ahead. Team Liquid, Team
We'll just
Liquid,
leave it at that.
1:30 on the clock,
We'll just leave
and they
the you get it.
completely reset any momentum at TL. We're trying to build getting out of spawn. Look at this payload positioning. That is not good at all.
Tree is dead.
It's gonna be into a
PGE
grab
kills him.
fight coming up, but Kaluj is still lacking by 15%, and he doesn't have energy. Tread might still have some energy remaining. Kaluj builds back from 0.
Real tough. They might just go early again. I've been loving this DSG aggression. Just popping ults when they feel even one person's out of position. That's exactly what they've done. Kalush gets popped a grab on top of it.
Oh, he
Sound
still
barrier
dies,
later.
even though he got
Decides to do it.
beat.
Kalush is
Bro.
already dead. And it might be already over for Team Liquid. There's 50 seconds to go. And Disguise have not let them get around this first corner.
There is one big
This is
tool, though.
absurd.
Kaluj has grab available. Let burn the sound barrier. in the
I
last
will
fight.
say
We
though,
want to allow Vega to
Rocket,
for the rest of the play, so
PGE,
Kaluj
and
again
Skyle
positioning
are
and
having an
on the
absolutely
left, there's
electric
Tree opens up the
match.
map. 5v4 plus now DPS ult for Zera.
They're just gonna
Loses
fight.
grab. There's the opportunity for
They're
TL.
going to fight and try and get a trade. PGE gets jumped on the high ground. There is going to be a trade. Vega for Tread, but your tank being down, not a good look. But still, time being burned off of the bank. Zera fighting
Rocket.
for his life in the small
Oh
room. But
my
it is
God.
Rocket still coming up with kills somehow.
That was so
10
clean,
seconds to go, so
actually.
it's an overtime completion here on first. Lep's going to spawn, going to speed people back, and they've got another chance.
Yeah, there will be a touch. There's going to be an OT touch, but because Rocket got those kills
Do
in
they?
supports, Team Liquid can't fully take control the way they otherwise would have been able to. Only now does the support start
They
joining
do,
together.
but
Now,
they'll have to
DSG
throw themselves on the cart, and
for one
Zero's
big
just gonna
touch.
ult and get at
Come
least one, if not two.
Zera, Sundering Blade, up from the heavens. Straight down onto the point, a little bit of damage on the back line there. But
How does
Tree
Love kill
gonna
Tree
be the
there?
first one
How does
to
Love kill
fall
Tree?
down.
Rocket
Zera now
killed
in trouble,
Vega.
Tries to use that dash to get away. Gets way down to the high ground as Kalush picks up the kill on PGE, but it's all the fight over the point. And Kalush's got no bubbles left. He's running for his life. Trey trying to chase him down, and Led finishes off the kill. And there it is. Disguise with a full hold on Havana. Fine match point.
And a lot of that came down to a successful 1 minute 40 spawn hold. And yes, they eventually got pushed away from that. But the next fight afterwards, they get a team wipe with still enough space for an OT defense where it was looking like maybe Zera can just lock this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
push
run
in,
some
allow
ads
them
real
to get the
quick.
cap,
If you want to
put some
dodge the
hunt down
ads,
here, the Sundering Blade
you
onto
can
Trent,
sub
stays
with
alive for
Prime
the
or
most
regular
part.
sub. You know,
Rocket,
I'm not
coming
picky.
in March,
Or
the
you can
main
tank
Rocket
them, or
was
you can ad blocker.
defining
But this is turn off pre rolls. But you won't be missing a thing. I promise you, you won't miss a thing. Because I'm also gonna be right back and use the restrooms
But
myself.
it wasn't enough to allow his team to get more.
Bro, this is filth from Disguise right now. Pure filth.
I mean, you have an insane first and second push, and you get held, and you're like, oh wow, okay, maybe actually Team Liquid have done this. As you mull this over in the small break, and then full holding like this. How are you feeling? How is Team Liquid feeling in the comms right now? Like, what's the mental looking like? Because Disguised, getting this draw, you're not able to touch point in that required 33% on Blizzard World. You end up getting full held here, and now Disguised leading the series 2-0. This is a reverse sweep. This is a reverse sweep plus, technically, right? Because of that Blizzard World.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
you look back at the Blizz World now, and it's so impactful that it ended up being a draw and not a win, because getting that win means it's not a reverse sweep. You're down 1-2, seems a lot more workable. The worst part about the reverse sweep, as we discussed, of how the map drafting strategy is now going to unfold, for TL to go all the way to what will now be a map 6, it's going to put DSG in the driver's seat for map choice, because once we get to the map 6, if we get there at all, DSG have the complete map pool full open wide again. They can choose anything they want. There's a huge advantage for DSG if they get that.
Don't forget as well, the esports loot box, you can log in right now between 27th and the 30th. What day does it say? 29th. There you go. You still got a day, but log in today just to get it out the way. You can grab that one. It contains all of the old Overwatch League skins, a lot of the fuel ones as well, which they're still rocking to this very day. We even saw some Overwatch 1 Widowmaker from Washington Justice rocked by PG. So yeah, if you want to steal his look, you can with the esports loot box that you can pick up now by logging in and watching as well. There's like a timed one as well as you do watch the stream. So yeah, make sure you do that now. Here we go. We've got a substitution coming in as well. Avron, just getting word in from comms. It's infected, yeah.
I'm going to assume it's infected. By the way, as soon as you steal his look, I was like, yeah, get that picture of PG's haircut up. Steal his look. Remembers that one. All right, infected coming in. I think Kaluj is definitely struggling in this matchup, as we can tell. The Zarya battle is not going his way. The Sigma, I would have thought would have gone better, but again, maybe just too much time spent away from the game. The Sigma, that comp, I'm not just going to single him out, but that comp in general, boy, they just got completely wiped on that 8-point defense. So not what you're looking for. There have been some moments that, you know, you start to see Kaluj come back in and maybe take it to tread a bit more, but those are too far and few between. Infected not going to try and come back in to right the ship for TL. But the question is what is Infected going to play? Because in the week 1, Infected played no Diva and no Zari, and those are two of the key tank meta heroes right now, and I don't know that you can get away with not playing them.
There's going to be an Esperanto choice from Team Liquid as well on their final lifeline. A reverse sweep plus, like a new game plus, a reverse sweep plus required as we head into this next one. The 4th map, we're going to have to go to a 5th, which will be a flashpoint. At least Team Liquid, again, get their choice. It's going to be a ban of the Hazard. So kind of protecting the tank here for Infected, as Tracer is banned on the other side.
That makes a lot of sense. Hazard was unlikely to be played anyway, so this is just a raw protect for Infected. Question will be, what does he bring out? Ball is kind of viable here. Winston is acceptable, but I wouldn't say good. Tracer ban coming on through forces this to go back into Vendetta territory. I think Rocket is feeling himself in Vendetta, doesn't want to risk what would happen if it potentially goes to the Tracer versus Tracer between him and Zero. I mean, there's a world where Rocket could win that, but Rocket knows he's winning the Vendetta battle right now. To keep the Vendetta battle going, DSG likely not going to change much at all. Continue playing Zarya, continue playing Vendetta, PG on any of the hit scans he wants to, and then you have your options. Lucio, Kiriko, obviously great default, but the Brig Juno, also acceptable.
Yeah, honestly, I was with you as well. I like this Brig Juno look right now. We'll see how Disguised end up picking around this. We know Infected likes to play ball, likes to play Winston, likes to play things fast. And it has been a bit of a shock not to see him more starting in the roster, considering how his performance last year was just ridiculous.
I have a recommendation. I think he should play Orisa this time. We've already seen what Orisa has been able to pull through. Zeb was doing a great job on Orisa.
Sure.
He is playing Orisa as well. Orisa plays pretty damn good into the Vendetta. You have a lot of CC to prevent the Vendetta from just moving across the map and doing anything she wants to against your team. So it's a really good choice. You already know that Rocket is eyeing the Vendetta. This is a prime choice for someone like Infected, who seems to not be comfortable on the Diva or the Zarya. So if you want to not play those heroes, I think the next best choice for him is going to be Orisa.
It would make more sense too, because the Monkey, the Winston, does get bullied by the Vendetta a lot of the time as well. Just being able to sustain with those overhead swings with the perk, it's rough. It's rough for Monkey players out there, as well. I'll say we saw Tama and EU kind of getting torn apart earlier on today, if you're around for that. Let's have a look though. Final lifeline here for Team Liquid to stay in the series with Infected, the secret weapon for Team Liquid, stepping off the bench.
You sort of mentioned it. Winston would be quite risky here. Perhaps Infected's not feeling the Orisa either, but that just, again, calls the question, what is happening in Infected's hero pool right now? This is desperation for Liquid. Liquid this week clearly have made the strategic choice to start Kaluj over Infected for hero pool reasons, and now this deep into the match where their reverse sweep required for TL, Winston is where they're going to be putting all the chips down on top of a Fire. Again, I think the Fire is a reasonably okay choice knowing that Rocket's going to be on Vendetta. However, I don't think there's a lot of geometry for the Fire to get value here, which means PGE going to have some good shots to take down Zero.
Are they backing up? Yeah, they are. They're straight back into spawn.
What did they think Disguise was going to play, though? I think it was very obvious that DSG were going to play this comp, though, right? Or the other way around, actually. Never mind. It was,
other way around,
DSG going back. Sorry, my bad. DSG going to go back. Now that they see the Winston. And the Diva now is just going to cause so many problems for Zero in particular.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You can take this guy's great. It's fantastic against this Zarya, but not so. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the series, Infected, as he gets one tapped.
Winston in 2026, by the way.
Yeah. How's Gushui feeling? You got his number or what?
Bro, he is not playing Winston. Staying away from that. He's not playing, actually. Yeah. Billy Ding's starting on the roster, not him, so we haven't seen Gushui
Oh,
yet.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Chinese Overwatch fans listening loud and clear there. All right, lead taken.
See if this next fight goes a little bit better. PG with a high ground advantage here. Zero's options are limited. Of course, if you want to play the Fire, that middle sort of like building is where you want to get the most out of Fire's utility, just hiding around that. But this far push back, where you can stand or fly as Fire is limited.
Wow, good shot. Good shots onto Lep there. Okay. Yeah, Lep just ends up falling over. All good. I mean, Infected, especially on this map for the Winston too, you can just like jump high, jump low, jump high, jump low to kind of stagger payload, but you're not doing nearly as much as the Diva is. Being able to contest things like Fire, which Zera's swapped off of now, and even contesting things like Tree as well.
Well, neither team is going to get the full Zarya bubble utility. Of course, playing Zarya into Winston historically not the best matchup, so I think there's some flying choices. PG rips ult first.
Oh, I really like this. A really early ripping of the ult. Escanor's in a little bit of trouble. Needs to find a teleport target away, but actually Lep chases him down. Traded though, but a decent one at that. Escanor falling means there's only one healer. It's Vega for the side of Team Liquid right now, and PG just decimating the competition. There's going to be a Kitsune rush as well come through from Disguise to make sure they handily win this fight. Infected gets his one, but it's not going to be enough. Dark Lord on a 5-kill streak, as well as Disguise even looking to cap.
Skyle just rolling out the red carpet for this cap on the forward spawn cap that we're about to see here. Team Liquid, are they going to be here in time? Primal's very strong for a potential contest, but he's just too far away. Infected. Support ult in favor of Escanor here. Let's see if that ends up being a factor at all. Likely will be. Nothing to respond to. Lep is too far away. He's very far off that 25% away from beat.
Yeah, pretty far in the grand scheme of things for a Lucio. And that really becomes the problem, right? This is like classic Esperanza gaming, where you have to fight this high ground, and that is almost impossible. Well, Infected at least has this ult. Tree 2, though, is sending those big shots off, but a lot of them are getting eaten. Not that one, though. That was a lot of AoE damage. Tread, PG, Rocket all very low right now, but the left sound barrier is just perfect. Same thing, though, on the other side. Tread using that self-destruct to go for the remake. Tread is going to get that self-destruct bubbled off, sadly. Infected with a nice placement of the bubble. Make sure his team doesn't die to it. And they end up capping this point. Or not capping the point, just taking control of the ball, I should say.
Infected's in.
Do note that the double support
and Hazard was first banned.
It makes things a little bit more expensive for TL than probably would have liked, but guaranteeing the fight, making no illusions there. It is going to cause some.
But Hazard
in terms of Scar being so far ahead now, so he's going to have, and he knows he's got now free reign for a Kitsune that's going to go unimpeded and unanswered from the other side at all. So look out for that. Future fights. In fact, that should come into play before TL get the
Hazard ban is intriguing.
Oh dear. The trend
I have returned. My apologies.
Sadly, PG kills Vega.
Took a little bit longer than I thought I would.
Zero wants nothing to do with this fight whatsoever. And Infected forced to use that primal rage. But look at how quickly Infected's losing health, by the way. Already at half, has to get out.
It's a defensive primal just to live, just to stay alive. Now got to try and recontest. Left low. They can hold out.
Okay.
You have this Kitsune rush. This is a winning tool.
Everybody is low on Disguise right now. They're popping the rush to try and stabilize. Stabilize they have. Zero with the Sundering Blade.
Just barely.
The masses of people from Disguise that were hiding around the corner. Infected tries to go in again, but
dead.
gets punished by Tread. This Winston, I mean, look, Infected, one of the best Winstons, if not the best in North America right now, but this pick is just not working. Tree ran over by Tread. Bot take him, it doesn't matter. Checkpoint in the hands of Disguise after that second push, and, well, they're just going to extend the lead now.
Deforestation in your screens from Tread's POV. As Disguise will just continue rolling this one through. They've already confirmed that cap as mentioned, or reconfirmed.
When's Extinction playing? Yeah, you missed it.
Now with no ultimates again.
Spacestation did in fact win 3-0.
Interlep's just got an tempo beat. Okay.
I like this beat. Yeah, really like this. Someone's pushing this entire time as well. They don't actually end up picking up any kills, so kind of sad actually on the back of that.
I don't like that. I think it would have been better for...
Yeah, it was quite the unfortunate game, will not lie.
Back of that. Like, get Tree though. Tread's just playing an insane game.
Tree pops, oh, it died, and then Infected dies straight after. Tread is on a heater right now. On his opening season as well, Tread wanted to take down some of the very best.
Pop their suits before we go into space.
Didn't live up to that at all. Didn't live up to the words he was saying in interviews. But here is where we're seeing Tread come alive. This is an incredible performance against one of NA's best tanks.
Rough year last year on Gen G as well, but Tread now kind of proving himself. Tread heads feeling.
Tread was on Gen G last year.
Around the corner on nearly 120. It's PGE's turn to pop.
Oh my, Avril, no way, bro. This might just be a full cap. Straight up, PGE takes to the skies. He's already found two with the ult. Whips out the blaster. Infected dies. PGE, Tread dominating, and Disguise gonna go for full cap. Liquid, bro. What is happening with my team? What is happening? They're gonna rush to finish this one off. Sound barrier hits.
They beat out. They should win this fight.
This one in. PGE does end up falling over, of course, but it is 140-44 right now.
Wait, Escanor's dead first, bro. You are kidding me.
He does end up killing the enemy Vendetta. Self-destruct on the point. What a boot to kills Vega of all people, and Tre's still alive on the point. Emergency Primal Rage popped by Infected to keep this point going, and the spawn advantage should work in their favor now.
They just have to pop all these ults in spawn just to try and win the fight and take control. They haven't actually technically won yet. It's still
no, they won. No, they won.
Around for the Disguise side of things, but they've done more than a DSG. Pushed to 140.95. The only silver lining of good news here for Team Liquid is it's, I guess, impossible to hit the Avril Theorem here because you can't get the 144. That would just be a full cap of the map. So Team Liquid technically, no Avril Theorem confirmed, but Team Liquid might as well be the case. 2 minutes and 30 left and barely anything to play through. Requires them to get to the end of the map to basically have TL full cap themselves. DSG moments away from locking in potentially their first win of the season.
The overhead knocked him. It ended up knocking him down, back down.
Rocket forces Tree to back up. Sundering Blade, no connection, but Tree and Infected stick in this fight and stick it out. DPS down for Disguise. A shining beacon of hope now for Team Liquid as they get control of the bot again.
They need so many more of these fights. Liquid now need to force this cap through. And every single one of these fights that takes place as well, Liquid need to get these cleanly without players going down so they can continue to push. Every play that goes down has to be a play that potentially needs to be waited on, as the spawn distance for Liquid will be increasing the further into DSG territory they get. DSG now have to play a very solid defensive game, like what we saw at Lunix versus Dallas Fuel so long ago now. It feels a very solid defensive game is all the DSG need. And
Tread gets the touch before the cap comes in.
Or a little small
Rockets
here. Zera
in
does
as well.
On the point right now, receiving a whole lot of heals.
The Susu was
wide, unfortunately.
so
Zera was dashing
interesting.
Up in all good though. They end up capping Avril.
Small win, step by step.
I don't even know how someone. Okay, genuine question. I don't mean to be rude with my question here. How does someone like Escanor even get into the emergency trials for Liquid? How do you make it into tryouts? You're a flex CPS player with no tier 1 experience.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Beats and a rush.
And barely any tier 2. Oh my god, Rocket.
A 3k Sundering Blade?
We do be sundering out here. We do be cleaving right through the
That's
game.
That's match.
By the way, from Team Liquid, and Rocket chops.
But how does someone like Escanor even get allowed to try out?
Like that is disgusting
like,
work.
What's
20
the
seconds, Avril. What can they do?
Were they literally just saying, yeah, like, because it wasn't like there was an open post on like Twitter or something saying, hey, open tryouts are being held.
That last fight, Rocket just completely disintegrates Liquid.
Peak. Absolute peak. Rocket paying for his sins eventually here, but overtime approaches. Good shots from Tree, sending players low up on that high ground, but they just need some kills, and it needs to be clean as well. They need to not lose anybody in these proceedings.
They have to have a perfect, like, next 4 minutes. All in overtime. All no one dying. I don't know, bro. Tryouts being held keeps me walking like LeBron into that locker room. That's the thing is how did Escanor get into that locker room? Like, how is he allowed through security?
Against the left beat. If they can beat the left beat, they could have a chance.
Oh, Tree so low. Tree so low. Soundbar ends up coming in. He's going to pop both DPS ults at the same time.
I don't know the clip you're talking about, but I can imagine it.
Red is pretty low too, but Leopard Rocket have already got kills. I mean, Tree is trying to hold this one on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are down, of course, for Disguise. So it's support and a tank
okay, that was kind of funny.
versus the DPS and a tank as OT continues.
Oh, that was such a bad TP from Skyle.
They cannot get off the payload. By the way, you noted, but the supports did go down. There's a window.
Oh my god.
Wait, but he gets away with it.
Look at PG. He saw the Bastion.
Bastion?
He's going to run it down in tank form. He's going to throw a nade and he just chew through these shields.
Oh my god.
PGE. He's gone in Bastion and he's only gone and done it. Their first win of the stage against Team Liquid. It went to 4, but they only needed 3 wins.
There was a tie. There was a map tie, and PGE went to Bastion on a push map.
One of the best teams coming into stage 1.
And now everything flips on its head. With this win, Disguise gets themselves on the board with their first win. And Team
oh my god.
Liquid.
Okay, hold
Pretty
on.
shocking loss here, but it just goes to show that Liquid's problems are
I've seen that.
TL, but questions answered for Disguise. As I'm sure my man Toast happy with that one.
Thank you, Toast. Thank you.
For win at various stages, but a much required one. After yesterday's loss, vibes were not good looking at DSG, but I gotta say, things improving big time. A 24-hour change around for Disguise gets them a
look at the healing gap, by the way, between Skyle and Escanor, and between Escanor and Vega.
Tiebreaker scenario to sneak into the top 4, still alive.
Just absolutely insane. I feel like I honestly don't know what to say, to be honest. After watching how this series ended up panning out here, I'm at a loss for words.
Defense, Monkey dies so fast, doesn't have a chance to heal.
Also almost went into...
But Vega's got the same amount of healing as Escanor. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't...
Hopping onto that Bastion and mowing Team Liquid
that
down.
should not happen.
Crazy to think, Jaws, that DSG,
maybe Escanor could look into the Suzu button. See, I disagree. I think Escanor looks into the Suzu button a little bit too much. Like, Escanor uses it too early.
That turnaround is ridiculous from Disguise.
Sometimes literally just because he feels like it, I think. I still want to know how the hell he got the tryouts. Okay, gamers. A different application of the Suzu button. No, that's fair, yeah. There we go. All right. So before we end things off, let's take a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at the schedule. Both for Extinction Zero, the Masters Division team, and the upcoming week. Let's take a little look-sees. Let's take a little look. So for Extinction Zero, or for Extinction, I should say, we'll do that first. We will indeed not have a game on Saturday, but we'll still be live here co-streaming those NA games. And then on Sunday, the final match of the regular season for Extinction Dallas Fuel versus Extinction. So that's going to be the last shot that Extinction has to pull out a win and to do their very best to at least secure themselves into a top 4 position to stay in OWCS. And on the flip side of things, and also the Lunex versus Disguise game, a very important game. And also the Space Station Liquid game, also important. That Liquid gets rolled. As long as Liquid gets rolled, then we're chilling. Lunex and Liquid. Well, wait. No, Disguise needs to lose, and Liquid needs to lose. Both 0-3, and Extinction's gotta win a map. Oh, it would be wonderful. Extinction 0, on the other hand, Tuesday, a match versus Amplify. Wait, that's the April 21st. Wait, we're all out of sorts here. Wait. Okay, never mind. Our next the next match is going to be Wednesday, April 1st against Ex Oblivione, and Friday, April 3rd against Element Garden. So 2 matches next week on Wednesday and on Friday. I plan on covering both of those as well. So finally, if you came here for the co-stream and the casting and the drops and such, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. I will see you next week over on the Extinction channel or on my own once again. So yeah, if you're watching over on the Extinction channel, that's going to be it. But we're not over. We're not done for here on my channel. We're still going to go for a couple more hours, play some games, hang out, chill. So come say hi, hello, what's up? And yeah, just thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me any shape, way, or form. Whether you are here for a second, a minute, an hour, or muted. You had me muted the whole time. I don't... Valid. But thank you, and I will see you all next week.